Lordship, may I make a mention of item 26? May it be taken just before the motion item because it has come for being closed, Your Lordship. I made a mention day before yesterday for closing it, Your Lordship.
Closing it means
So to close the matter, Your Lordship.
dismissed as not pressed.
Yes, Lordship.
All right, item 26, Mr. R. Sharma, learned counsel for the petitioner submits that he has instructions from his client not to press this matter, and therefore this writ petition be closed as not pressed. The prayer is not opposed by the learned standing counsel, learned G. Assam, as well as SC Irrigation Department. In view of the above, this writ petition stands disposed of as not pressed. Is there any interim order here?
No, Lordship.
All right.
May it please, Your Lordship. Lordship, in item number 23, I had filed an additional affidavit that is not in file.
Item number?
23. Your Lordship, that is, I filed an additional affidavit that is not on file. It may be requisitioned, Your Lordship. I mean,
Is there any urgency or can we take it on Monday?
no, Your Lordship, it's very urgent, Your Lordship.
What is the matter?
Your Lordship, it's regarding harassment, Your Lordship. Two couples got married, Your Lordship. Thereafter, they are being harassed even by the police, Your Lordship. And because they have got married, this is an interfaith marriage, Your Lordship.
Give it.
Lordship.
May it please, Your Lordship, I beg to mention item 49, Lordship, just for passing over for the day, Lordship.
Item 49, you're right on the, why it's a contempt case?
Contempt case, Lordship, yes, I just need the updated instruction because it was filed in way back in June. So, Lordship, I'll just.
On the request of Mr. BP Bora, counsel for the petitioner, this matter stands adjourned for 2 weeks so as to enable him to obtain updated instruction and updated instruction from his client. Mr. List accordingly. Yes.
May it please, Your Lordship. Lordship, I beg to mention item number 8 of this release, Lordship. Would kindly adjourn the matter for today, Lordship.
You are for the petitioner.
Yes, Lordship.
Your name, please.
Jai Hatimuria.
On the request of Mr. J. Hatamuria, learned counsel for the petitioner, this matter stands passed over for the day.
Lordship, I beg to mention for listing of a contempt case, Lordship, on next week, Lordship.
Why?
Lordship, the matter is not coming, Lordship, since long time. Lordship.
You approach the registry and tell them, then you come back if they don't do anything.
Lordship, I beg to mention for listing of IA for modification of order. May this matter come up on Monday.
All right. Yes.
May I please, Lordship? Lordship, I beg to mention for listing up of two matters, Lordship. Matters are of 2021. One relating to salary and allowances and other relating to promotion.
You make a request before the bench register. If he doesn't do it, then you come back.
Obliged.
My lord, I beg to mention item number 22 of today's list. The matter may be adjourned for today.
Item number
22.
22. You are for the petitioner.
Yes,
What is your name?
you wrong. Fee.
On the request of Mr. U. Rampi, learned counsel appearing for the writ petitioner, this matter stands passed over for the day.
Obliged.
I can see.
Where is Miss G. Bora? Why are you not coming?
Because item 1, Lordship, so I.
You want to withdraw this case? Ms. G. Bora, learned counsel for the writ petitioner.
So with the
submits that
liberty, Lordship.
she has- What liberty? They have filed affidavit.
Lordship. Lordship, what happened, Lordship? Some defects are there. The opposite counsels are also there, I think. Some defects. What happened, Lordship? Some private exponent has died, Lordship. 3 private exponents died, Lordship, and the date of death was not known to me. Even on the last occasion, Lordship, this honorable court asked the opposite counsels to assist me in this regard, Lordship, but it was not provided by them also, Lordship. So, Lordship, I have to find a fresh one.
No, you cannot. You have to file substitution with
But
application for setting aside abatement.
Lordship, without
Your
knowing
writ petition is abated.
without knowing the Lordship that
Your writ petition is abated. It is gone. You can't withdraw a matter which is already gone. What do you have to say? You also are not aware.
No,
don't know the law.
Your Honor, this is a frivolous case.
So what is to be done? This writ petition has been listed for withdrawal today. Ms. G. Bora, learned counsel for the petitioner, submits that private respondent in this case has died long back, but due to non-substitution, the writ petition has abated. Died long back, and therefore she be granted leave to withdraw this writ petition with liberty to file afresh. However, if the submission of the petitioner's counsel is accepted, then also it is apparent that the writ petition, which respondent has died?
Respondent number 4, 8,
Then also it is apparent that the writ petition
3 lordship, 4 and 8 lordship,
abated as against respondent numbers 3, 4 and 8,
lordship.
who are stated to be who are stated to have expired during the pendency of the writ petition. If that be so, the only recourse available to the petitioner's counsel is to file appropriate application for substitution from a condonation of delay and for setting aside abatement. You are for whom?
I am the respondent.
Which respondent?
Respondent number 2, 3.
Miss, you are Miss M. Bhattacharya.
M. Bhattacharya.
Learned counsel for the respondent numbers. You don't know whom you are appearing for. Obviously, you don't know. How can you know? You are not sure who you are appearing for. These court proceedings are turning to be picnics. Huh? M. Bhattacharya,
Your Honor,
Miss M. Burman, learned government advocate Assam, and Miss M. Bhattacharya, learned counsel for the private respondents are present.
Your Honor, this is a frivolous case and kindly impose the penalty.
In view of the above, this matter stands adjourned for 4 weeks so as to enable the petitioner's counsel to take appropriate steps in the matter. Yes, next matter.
Item 61. Yes.
Yes,
Lordship, I have the instructions to withdraw this matter. It's
no liberty.
no liberty.
Mr.
Because,
It is closed as not pressed.
yes, yes, because it's not pressed.
Mr. A. Kalita, learned counsel appearing for the writ petitioner submits that he has instructions from his client not to press the writ petition.
I am
respondent
number 2.
Huh?
Respondent number 2.
And who is for one?
One is states,
State matter.
minorities and
With
welfare.
M. Burman, learned government advocate Assam, Mr.
R. Bolwa matter.
R.
Bolwa.
Borua, learned counsel for the respond number 2. Acha, M. Burman for 1 and 3 and Mr. R. Borua for respond number 2 are present and do not have any objection if the prayer is allowed. In view of the above, this writ petition stands disposed of as not pressed. Any interim order?
Interim order was there, stay order was there.
Interim order passed earlier shall stand vacated.
Motion item 1.
Yes,
May it please your lordship. Petitioner is an insurance agent, my lord. And
sorry,
petitioner is an insurance agent, my lord.
insurance agent.
A so cause was issued to him, my lord, for recovery of service tax, my lord. He could not submit reply. Therefore, order was passed, my lord. He preferred an appeal challenging the order, my lord. That order was dismissed as time barred, my lord. The appeal was dismissed as time barred, my lord. However, my lord,
This is regarding demand for service tax.
my service tax, I preferred an appeal, my lord, against the demand order, my lord. My appeal was dismissed on the ground of time barred. Authority has observed that it does not have a jurisdiction to condone the delay, my lord. However, my lord, my contention is that my appeal is within time in view of the extension order of Supreme Court, my so moto extension order of Supreme Court, my appeal was within time, my lord. It was my contention before the authority, my lord. He has not considered it, my lord, and he was of the view, my lord, that appeal to be filed within 2 months and thereafter 1 month. Beyond 3 months, he has no jurisdiction to condone the delay. Therefore, without going into the merit of the case, my lord, he has dismissed the appeal as time barred, my lord. Otherwise, I have a case on merit, my lord, because I am not liable to pay any service tax in view of notification, my lord, 30 of 12, my lord. My prayer is that it may be reminded.
Regarding limitation, lordship, the law is settled.
Then we'll have to issue notice and hear it. No coercive action till then. All right. But Mr. R.S. Mr. Learned counsel appearing for the writ petitioner, assailing the order dated 29/12/2022. Internally assailing the order dated 29/12/2022, passed by the respondent number 4. The instant writ petition has been filed inter alia contending that the appeal filed by the petitioner has been disposed of in a most mechanical manner, only on the ground of delay, without considering the merit of the case. Mr. Mishra submits that the petitioner had filed the appeal within the prescribed period of limitation, but the said aspect of the matter was not considered
403.
by the appellate authority. The learned counsel has also prayed for an interim order protecting the interest of the petitioner. Mr. S.C. Kyle, learned standing counsel, GST authorities submits that the appeal filed by the petitioner was time barred, but seeks some more time to obtain detailed instruction and file affidavit. In view of the above, issue notice of motion returnable in 6 weeks. Since Mr. K. Gogoi Leonard CGC has appeared and accepted notice for respond number 1 and Mr. Kyle for respond numbers 2 to 4, no formal notice is required to be signed in this case. Extra copy of the writ petition from a requisite in numbers be furnished to the learned departmental counsel within 3 days from today, so as to enable them to obtain instruction and file affidavit. Heard on the prayer of interim relief, having regard to the facts and circumstances of the case, it is hereby provided that till the returnable date, no coercive action be initiated against the petitioner. Registered to list this case again on 8th of September. Make it 4 weeks, not 6 weeks.
May it please your lordship. My lord, the precedent was removed by no confidence motion, my lord, on 8/6/2023. Thereafter, the post is vacant, my lord. And as per section 10 of the Assam Panchayat Act, my lord, election has to be held, my lord. If there are only 1 month, then no election is required, my lord. Tentative date is December, my lord. So I have annexed some similar order also, my lord. It is unable to dispose of, my lord.
So what is the order you are seeking?
Lordship, may kindly see page 34. One order.
Page 34.
Yes, lordship.
Yes.
And another order is page 31, my lord. 2 order I have missed. Similar order on similar line, my lord.
Who is for the State Election Commission?
Lordship,
Yes. What do you have to say?
Lordship, kindly issue notice. We have to take instruction, Lordship, in this regard.
No, then we'll have it next week. You obtain instruction.
Yes, Lordship.
Mr. Jiuddin, learned counsel for the petitioner, submits that the the elected president of the what is the name of the Gaon Panchayat?
My lord, the number 4 North Narayanpur
Number 4,
Gaon Panchayat
North
under
Narayanpur Gaon Panchayat was removed from office based on a no confidence motion brought against him, which was passed on 8/6/2023. Since then, the office of the Gaon Panchayat is lying vacant. As per the mandate of rule
section 10 of Assam Panchayat.
Section 10 of Assam Panchayat Act 1994, read with section 6B of
1B.
the Act, as well as Rule 3 of the Assam Panchayat bracket Constitution bracket close rules 1995. The office of the president of Gaon Panchayat is required to be filled up by election to be conducted by the State Election Commission if the vacancy is for a period more than 1 month. Full stop. Under the circumstances, a prayer has been made to issue a direction for holding election. Full stop. Miss
AB Casta, respondent.
Learned Standing Council, State Election Commission has appeared and seeks posting of this matter again in the next week so as to enable her to obtain preliminary instruction facilitating disposal of the writ petition. Ms. S. Sharma, Learned GA Assam, and Mr. S. Datta, Learned SC PNRD Assam are present. Full stop. In view of the above, is writ petition be posted again in the next week for motion. One extra copy each be furnished to the Learned Departmental Council during the course of the day. One extra copy each of the writ petition. Yes.
May it please the Lordship. Lordship, matter relates to non-payment of my consultancy charges, Lordship. Lordship, may I draw Lordship's attention to page 19 is the work order.
This matter is bench 4 matter perhaps, is it? These are the teething problems. Are you aware there has been a bifurcation of the bench?
No, Lordship.
You're not aware? No, it's understandable. You obtain instruction,
Lordship.
but then this will have to go to bench 4.
Lordship.
All right, heard Ms. A. Verma, Learned Counsel for the petitioner. The writ petitioner is aggrieved due to
Non-payment of his
non-payment of his
consultancy bills, Lordship.
consultancy
Bills. Only the
Yes.
last 2 bills, other bills have been paid. The last was stage 6 and the final bill has not been paid.
Ms. Verma submits that except the bill for stage 6 and the final bill, all other bills have already been paid.
Yes, Lordship.
Ms. M. Kalita, Learned Standing Council, PHE Department,
No, your lordship,
And
Assam Agriculture.
Assam Agriculture University.
Correspondence 3, 4, 5, and 6.
That is respond numbers 3, 4, 5, and 6. Praise for a week's time to
A
seek
week's time,
instruction facilitating disposal of the writ petition. Miss G. Bora,
Agriculture Department.
Learned Standing Council Agriculture Department, and Ms. Sharma, Learned GA are also present on behalf of the official respect. One extra copy of the writ petition.
I will serve it.
Here, your lordship, we have been directed to file an additional affidavit, your lordship. We have filed it, your lordship.
What is the matter about?
Lordship.
What is the matter about?
Matter, your lordship, we have put to challenge your lordship eviction notices issued against us, your lordship. That is at page 25, your lordship, 26, 25 and 26, your lordship. We are occupying, your lordship, three of the petitioners, your lordship. They are occupying 15 lectures, 1 cut 5 lecture, and 1 7 lectures of land in Bondi, your lordship. Now, there are many other people in the area who are occupying government land, but somehow, your lordship, these 3 petitioners are, your lordship, selectively put to notice, your lordship, for eviction, your lordship. That we have challenged, saying that this they cannot do. If at all, your lordship, the eviction is to be carried out. And since it is by the circle officer, we have also represented before the deputy commission. And represented before the deputy commissioner, alleging that it was selectively we are.
So you have submitted representation?
Yes, your
Where is
lordship.
it?
That is, your lordship, at page 29. Before the deputy commissioner, and in fact, your lordship, 2019 land policy, your lordship, so far as eviction is concerned, there is one provision, your lordship.
Yeah, what is it?
Now, your lordship, in this land policy, your lordship, in clause 15, your lordship will find 15.2. It says Deputy Commissioner shall prepare a scheme plan for eviction in every district as per instruction issued by the government. Some such schemes should also include post-eviction plan, Your Lordship. Now, while Your Lordship reserving their right to evict the persons from the government land, khas land, Your Lordship, a procedure, Your Lordship, has been laid down for this particular, Your Lordship, land policy, Your Lordship, which also speaks about.
No scheme has been prepared.
No, Your Lordship, nothing, Your Lordship, only Your Lordship, apparently, Your Lordship, this is.
Yes, what do you have to say? What is this eviction thing happening without any?
Their right over the land, page 21, if I may most humbly draw it. Is closing.
No,
That- that I have agreed with you.
he's saying they are occupying government land. But then there are some measures to be adopted. And he's saying you are doing it in a selective manner, pick and choose manner.
He does not include, my lord, who the parties are, who have been,
So then let the deputy commissioner pass an order on their
Yes.
representation.
my lord, yes.
Yes. Heard Mr. S. Bothakul, learned counsel for the writ petitioners. Also heard Ms. H. Sharma, learned government advocate. Absent.
Respondents 2 and 3, my lord.
Ms. P. Hazarika, G. Hazarika, learned standing counsel revenue department, appearing for the respondent number 2, and Ms. S. Sharma, learned government advocate Assam for respondent numbers 2 and 3. The four writ petitioners here have approached this court by jointly filing this writ petition, assailing the eviction notices issued to them by the circle officer of
Circle of
Circle Officer of
Chandrapur Revenue,
Revenue Circle, Painikati.
my lord.
Mr. Botthakur submits that the petitioners are original inhabitants, bracket indigenous persons, bracket close, permanently residing in Assam, and they are also landless people, full stop. According to the petitioners, they have applied for allotment of the land, of the Sarkari land presently under their occupation since last 30-40 years. And they also claim to be entitled for benefit under the Vasundhara scheme, floated by the state of Assam. Notwithstanding the same, the respondent number 3 has issued the eviction notices in a pick and choose manner by targeting the four writ petitioners while ignoring the large number of other occupants of government land in the adjoining areas. Full stop. Mr. Botthakur submits that his clients had submitted a representation dated 7/7/2023 before the respondent number 2. No, not 7/7. What is the date? 12/7/2023. Before the respondent number 2, ventilating their grievance in the matter. However, no action has been taken on the representation till today. Mr. Botthakur has also invited the attention of this court to clause 15.2 of the Land Policy -2019 introduced by the Government of Assam through the Revenue and Disaster Management Department, Dispur, which indicates that the Deputy Commissioner, bracket close, now District Commissioner, bracket close, should prepare a scheme plan for eviction for every district. And the said scheme should also include post-eviction plan. The learned counsel for the petitioner submits that no such scheme, to the knowledge of the petitioners, have been prepared for the district Kamrup bracket metro. First up. It is the admitted position of fact that the petitioners are in occupation of Sarkari land. Full stop. However, whether their applications for allotment of the land, settlement of the land has been received by the government, and if so, what is the status of the same is not discernible from the materials on record. Full stop. Moreover, if the petitioners are actually entitled to allotment of land under the Basundhara scheme within quotes Basundhara. Then also their applications as such would require proper consideration at the hands of the authorities. Until such time the said exercise is carried out and completed, the petitioners cannot be thrown out of the land under their occupation in a mechanical manner, thus causing serious prejudice to the petitioners and their family members. Under the circumstances, this court is of the opinion that the grievance expressed by the petitioners in the representation dated 12/7/2023 deserves appropriate consideration by the competent authority, that is the respondent number 3. As such, this writ petition is being disposed of at the stage of motion hearing by providing that the respondent number 2 may consider the grievance of the petitioners as reflected in the representation dated 12/7/2023 and pass appropriate order therein by keeping in mind the mandate of clause 15.2 of the land policy -2019. Until such time the said exercise is carried out, the respondent numbers 2 and 3 are restrained from disturbing the possession of the petitioner presently, possession of the petitioner over the land under their occupation. Writ petition stands closed.
Deeply observed.
Yes. What is it?
Your Lordship, can we see the order dated 31/7/2023?
Yes.
The State Council was requested to provide the instruction. I don't know whether.
I've received instructions.
Again. Right.
What is the matter about?
My Lord, Your Lordship will find that the petitioner was carrying on business of hardware materials. Now, my Lord, our case is this: there is no factory, and there is no, my Lord, iron grinding factory and all that. Now, what they have done, the learned magistrate, my Lord, without giving any chance of hearing to us, yes, Your Lordship, can you see the order? The responsible person how is passed this, Your Lordship, at page 20. Peruse the petition dated 9/6/2023 received from Sri Karuna Kantanath and 2 others, wherein the petitioners have informed that the increased ambient noise level due to ongoing factory works, that is iron fabrication operating by the Messrs so and so, Gwalpada, causing tremendous disturbances in the residential area concerned, including threat to public life and property, due to plying of heavy loaded vehicles carrying factory products, raw materials, so and so. Now, the next para, Your Lordship, can see. Considering the grave seriousness of the prevailing condition and to restore the normalcy in the said residential area, as well as to prevent health hazards of the residents of the vicinity, Sri so and so direct the Messrs so and so to abstain from the factory acts, that is iron fabrication and ancillary activities creating public nuisance, as well as restraining the movement of heavy load vehicles carrying factory industrial materials to, from, and within the byline. Now, Your Lordship, kindly see, there is no factory. There is no iron grinding, any factory there. Only, my Lord, my trade is hardware trade. I am doing that business only. Now, whatever materials, where from he has collected all them, there is no inquiry. It is an administrative action. Even administrative action also requires, my Lord, natural justice. My Lord, he has forgotten all that. Now, these materials from where from he has got it. On the basis of the application, someone has given a complaint and he has passed this ex parte order. If Your Lordship look at.
That's right. So, all right, let's accept it. But if you don't have a factory or a fabrication unit,
yes,
how this order affects you?
It's not affecting me, the first part. Your Lordship, kindly see the second part. So far, my Lord, direct the Messrs Orient Agency to abstain from factory acts. I don't bother for that because I don't have the factory. Now, next line, your lordship can restrain the movement of heavy loaded vehicles. My lord, this is not a heavy loaded vehicle. My materials comes through the vehicle that will have to be unloaded within my factory campus. I have 3 acres of land. Within my patta area, my lord, I have my business premises. I unload the materials from the vehicle from there on. Now, how it is causing the public nuisance and all that? Now, what sort of inquiry they have made?
Lordship may turn to the set of instructions that I've received.
Yes.
Well, it says that he's carrying on all these activities, loading and unloading huge trucks. This is residential land that is not classified as commercial or industrial. That is one aspect. And well, the noise level and the public nuisance, the cars, the vehicles coming in, stopping, free movement of people on the road. That is the stand.
So is there anything which prohibits that? Any circular that you cannot unload goods from truck in the residential area?
In a residential area.
This order is passed in exercise of power under which provision?
My lord, that
133 CRPC.
133 public nuisance. My lord.
So that's what is the basis of this order?
The obstruction, perhaps, my lord, as I see from the instructions, obstruction to movement of people.
And they were not heard before the order was passed.
Expertly, yes.
That appears to be, my lord, the position from the body of the order itself.
Then let them be heard in the matter. And
Yes, my lord, let them be afforded a hearing and the magistrate may take a decision.
In the meantime, my lord, my minimum prayer, your lordship kindly see again the order dated 7/7/2023, page 20. Restricting the movement of heavy loaded vehicles carrying factory industry materials. My lord, I may be allowed to enter my vehicle into my premises so that I can.
But without causing any public.
Yes, sir, definitely, ma'am. These are all even in this instruction, I can say, my lord, if your lordship permit. These are all blatant lie. Let this person file an affidavit. Then your lordship can take task to this person also. He is totally vindictive, my lord. They think themselves ADC and they are having all power in the world.
I take that. Our Mr. S. Dr. Land Senior Counsel instead by Mr. BK Jain, Land Counsel appearing for the petitioner. Also heard Ms. S. Sharma, Land Government Advocate Assam appearing for the respondent numbers 1 and 2. The order dated 7/7/2023 issued by the respondent number 2, restraining the petitioner internally from allowing movement of heavy loaded vehicle carrying factory or industrial materials to and from his residential unit through the byline has been put under challenge in this writ petition, contending that the order dated 7/7/2023 has been passed ex parte, without giving an opportunity of being heard to the petitioner. Full stop. According to Mr. Datta, the petitioners are not running any factory or any iron fabrication unit, but is in the business of trading of hardware articles for which goods and materials are frequently required to be transported. Assuring this court that there is no creation of public nuisance or violation of any law in entry and exit of the vehicles, the learned senior counsel for the petitioner submits that the impugn order has been passed merely on the complaint of 2 individuals who have a personal vendetta against the petitioner. Full stop. Assuring this court that no nuisance will be created at the instance of the petitioner while entry and oblique or loading and unloading of vehicles. The learned senior counsel for the petitioner has paid for setting aside the order dated 7/7/2023. Ms. S. Sharma, learned government advocate Assam, has appeared and produced written instruction obtained in terms of the order dated 31/7/2023 passed by this court also. He submits that the impugned order has been issued in order to prevent public nuisance due to plying of heavy vehicle through a narrow bylane within a residential area. Full stop. It may be correct to say that at times entry oblique exit of heavily loaded trucks inside narrow bylane within a residential area may cause undue for commercial purposes on regular basis may cause undue harassment to the residents of the locality, and to that extent the district administration may have to look into such matters if a complaint is received. However, while doing so and while passing an order having civil consequences on the third party, it would be incumbent upon the district administration to hear the version of the affected party before issuing any such order. First up, in the present case, it is the admitted position of fact that the impugned order dated 7/7/2023 was issued without giving an opportunity of being heard in the matter. Full stop. If that be so, the order is apparently in violation of the principles of natural justice and deserves to be set aside on such count alone. Full stop. The impugned order is accordingly set aside. The matter is remanded back to the respondent number 2 to conduct a fresh hearing on the complaint made by Sri Karuna Kanto Nath and 2 others before passing any fresh order in the matter. In doing so, the respondent number 2 shall give appropriate opportunity of being heard to the writ petitioner hearing. Full stop. In order to maintain peace and tranquility in the locality, as well as in order to maintain public order in the locality, it is provided that until such time a fresh order is passed by the respondent number 2, the petitioner shall ensure that no nuisance or disturbance is caused to the residents of the locality due to entry / exit, loading and unloading of heavy vehicles within
During the daytime, my lord,
during the daytime,
my lord, at least.
during the period from 8 a.m. till 8 p.m. in the day. 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. in the day. 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. each day. This order would be subject to the final order that will be passed by the respondent number 2 after hearing both the parties.
Did we
Writ
apply?
petition stands disposed of.
Item 6.
In this case, instruction was sought for from the government.
We have not received,
Next week,
we've written to them, my lord.
Mr. Aichaudhary, learned counsel for the petitioners present. Mr. Sharma, learned G. Hassan submit that instructions as called for are still awaited. In view of the above and on the request of Ms. Sharma, this matter will be listed again in the next week.
Next week.
Item 7.
May it please your lordship.
My lord, the communications dated 27/6/2023, 2 in number at page 22 and 25. And the order, my lord, that is at page 43, 14/7/2023, have been issued by the authorities of the Corporation Department without authority, and the same are being challenged. Before I submit, my lord, I must say, in the earlier round of litigation, the order dated 14/7/2023 ought to have been challenged. We have made a statement that we did not know. We had challenged the order just prior to that, but we did not challenge this order. Now, on that day, the caveator was heard. And in fact, he's also a caveator in the present writ petition, who has lodged the caveat in respect of 14/7/2023. And the Honorable Court was even not apprised by the caveator that this order had existed as on that date. Be that as it may, the crux of the matter is that the erstwhile secretary of a society was removed by the board. That removal was 16th of June. That order of removal was stayed by the impugned orders 27/6/2023 while directing an inquiry by the assistant registrar. These are the two orders, 27/6/2023. Thereafter, on 4th of the next month, an order was passed staying the removal. The order was passed withdrawing these stay orders. Subsequently, on 5th, an order was passed by the in-charge zonal, the high authority.
Who are you, Mr. Bonik?
I am the president, vice president, and the secretary of the society. We are aggrieved for the reason.
You are aggrieved by what?
The order is dated 27/6/20.
Where is it? Which page is it?
Page 22 and 25. And 25.
Yes, what is?
May I read, my lord? With reference to the subject above, it is hereby informed that some members of the aforesaid society have submitted complaint as regards resolution number 1 of the meeting of the Board of Directors dated 16/6/2023. Thus, after making inquiry in respect of the same, you will submit within 7 days receipt of this letter. This resolution number 1 is the suspension, removal of the secretary. Page 25.
What is the name of the secretary?
The earlier one, Vikas Das.
Who is appearing for him?
The caveat is appearing.
All right. Okay, then next.
Then next at page 25, 27/6, the assistant registrar passes on issues a communication which says, with reference to the above noted subject, I am to inform you that you had submitted proceedings of the meeting of the Board of Directors held on 16/6/2023, wherein the undersigned had approved the same with his opinion. In respect of the resolution number 1 of the said proceedings of the Board of Directors, the members of the Board of Directors have submitted complaints one after another. Thus, a departmental officer has been appointed to make an inquiry in respect of the allegations. Thus, the approval in respect of the resolution number 1 of the meeting of the Board of Directors dated 16/6/2023 has been suspended for the time being. Till completion of the inquiry, Sri Vikas Das is allowed to carry on the function of the secretary. By these two orders, inquiry has been directed, and till completion of inquiry, the removal is suspended. Now, at page 27, the same authority, he withdraws the order. This is in our favor now. With reference to the subject here and above, you are hereby informed that Sri Ranjit Das, President of the Dibru Dangori River Part 1 Means Samabhay Samiti Limited, has filed an FIR on 37/2023 in the Dhola Police Station against Sri Vikas Das under section so and so. Thus, departmental letter number so and so is withdrawn. 27/6/2023 is withdrawn on 4/7/2023. Consider the matter is serious. The suspension order is withdrawn by the same authority. On 5th, that is at page 29, this order of suspension is stayed temporarily by the in-charge zonal registrar of cooperative societies. Then a writ petition is filed in this honorable court. The order starts at page 30 and the operative part is at page 40. Page 40. May I just indicate page 40?
Yes.
Last 4 lines of first paragraph, taking. First paragraph, last 4 lines. It starts with the word taking into account. Lordship is there. The Honorable Court decides so further. Taking into account section 49(2)L of the Act of 2007, it is prima facie appears that the exercise of jurisdiction by the Assistant Registrar of Cooperative Societies in issuing both the communications enclosed annexures 9 and 10, both dated 27/6/2023, are without authority. These were not challenged in the writ petitions, but the opinions were reflected. Next paragraph. It further reveals that the communication dated 27/6/2023, by which the board's resolution dated 16/6/2023 was suspended by the assistant registrar of Cooperative Society, was withdrawn by the order dated by the officer on 4/7/2023. Immediately on the next date, another communication dated 5/7/2023, Annexure 13, was issued by the in-charge zonal joint registrar of Cooperative Societies, thereby again putting the respondent number 6 back to the post of secretary of the Cooperative Society, thereby temporarily vacating the communication dated 4/7/2023. This court expresses deep anguish in the manner in which powers was exercised by the in-charge zonal joint registrar of Cooperative Society, taking into account section 49(2)L of the Act of 2007. Although the Honorable Court expresses the opinion, yet at page 41, considering that an appeal is pending before the Registrar of Cooperative Societies, state my removal by an order, the removal of the President and the Secretary by a board resolution of 5/7/2023, and said, I would not go into 5/7/2023, these orders and all, let the board take a call, the Registrar take a call. Accordingly, while suspending the removal, the matter went to the Registrar. It was in the appeal was pending. Appeal was heard on 28/7/2023, and I'm informed that the next date is 8/7/2023. 8th of August, the next date is there. Now, my lord, when the 5/7/2023 was under challenge, it was never brought to the notice of the court that the order at page 43 was there, by which the entire thing was taken away. Page 43. The last part, if I may read. Further, in view of failure to furnish required information, the earlier order of the assistant so-and-so by order dated 4/7/2023 has been permanently vacated. They say the ground of challenge was only on the stay of the withdrawal order. On the day when the Honorable Court had passed the order, it was never pointed out by us, we did not know. And the caveator, who was on caveat, 28th of July, the caveat was lodged. It was not even pointed out. Therefore, the matter was not even addressed. So far as the communications dated 27/6/2023 are concerned, they were not under challenge in the earlier court, in the earlier round. So what I'm praying with, since this Honorable Court has expressed an opinion which is not under challenge in appeal, that these communications are without any authority in view of 49(2)L, I am challenging it afresh because it was not under challenge in the earlier round. 29/7/2023 was not under challenge in the earlier round, and is also not the subject matter of the appeal.
Where is 29/7?
Page 27, right? These are pages without 22 and 25. 22 direction.
So here you are challenging 27/6/2023.
And 20, and the another order the same day. By the first order, inquiry was directed. By the second order, the removal was suspended.
Who are you? You are the.
I am the president, the vice president, and the secretary. By the order of this Honorable Court, while my removal of president and vice president have been suspended, we are continuing. And because of the removal of the earlier secretary by a resolution of 16/6, the earlier secretary is no longer there. But the confusion looms because of these orders being not challenged.
But 27/6 is withdrawn already.
27/6 is not withdrawn. Since by the 14, the order at page 43,
No,
which is
you
not
see page 27. 4/7/2023.
very well. I bow down to your lordship. 4/7/2023, this was withdrawn, but 4/7 was stayed by page 29, 5/7. (4/7) was stayed by 5/7. I say with all humility, on the day the earlier writ petition was being adjudicated, it ought to have been pointed out that 14/7/2023 order was there, which vacated the 4/7 order. This was not pointed out, and therefore the difficulties came in. At the same time, 27/6/2023, our communications without authority and jurisdiction has been opined by this Honorable Court. I pray for a formal declaration. The subject matter is appeal is the removal of the president and the vice president. It has nothing to do with the 27/6. It is not in touch with the removal of the secretary. To the extent at page 29, if lordship takes up for a moment, to the extent that page 44, the private respondents have communicated to the Honorable Deputy Commissioner saying that our writ petition was dismissed, when it was disposed with a stay order and direction. Page 44.
Page 44.
Page 44. After the Honorable High Court's order, which is an inter-party order, all represented. Page 44, it is by the private respondents who write, may I read this? With due respect, I beg to report to you that we are the President and Vice President of the Cooperative Society, namely Dibru Dangori River Part 1 Mean Song by Summit Limited, and submit that for the approval in respect of resolution number 1 of the meeting of the Board of Directors dated 16/6/2023 was suspended for the time being until completion of inquiry by the respondent number 6, because thus be allowed to carry out function of the Secretary. Thereafter, again, the order of in charge Zonal Joint Registrar of Cooperative Society, Jorhat, as well as resolution dated 5/7/2023, taken into the purported meeting of the Dibru Dangori River Part 1 Means by Summit Limited in favor of Vikas Das. The petitioners, namely Ranjit Das and Biju Todi and Sanjay Das, filed this above-mentioned writ petition before the Honorable Guwahati High Court, Guwahati, being aggrieved by the order of the in-charge Zonal Joint Registrar of Cooperative Society of Jorhat, as well as the resolution dated 5/7/2023, taken in the purported meeting of the Dibru Dangori River Part 1 by Summit Limited. And after hearing all the grievances by the Honorable Guwahati High Court, Guwahati, Assam, the Honorable High Court dismissed the writ petition. A blatant lie, my lord.
That is been corrected, my lord. That is Korean issued, my lord. He probably.
This is a communication.
This is
Korean cannot be issued to communication.
No, my lord, that is not communication, my lord. This is a MAWA application, my lord.
May I, even after dismissal of this.
Just 1 minute. Has the register passed any order in terms of the?
No, it's on 8, but the appeal has nothing to do with the removal of the secretary. The appeal was a challenge to a resolution by the board deciding to remove the president and the vice president. While deciding the appeal, it was directed by the Honorable Court that so far as
What is the order you are seeking now?
I am seeking 27/6/2023 being opined by this Honorable Court, the opinion being expressed without authority. Let these orders be stayed. The reflection by the Honorable Court in the order is not under appeal. It's not challenged. It's an inter-party.
So what will happen if this order is stayed?
My lordship, we continue as the president and vice president. Because of this, they are writing letters, twisting the thing, saying the writ petition is dismissed and they ought to continue. These are the things happening. But 25, the writ petition was.
But 27/6 doesn't have anything to do with president and vice president.
Absolutely.
It is regarding the secretary.
That is my case. It has to do with the secretary. But 29/7/2023, they project the case before the deputy commissioner. With all humility, I say that the earlier writ petition was dismissed, which is not dismissed, my lord. There was a stay order and the direction was there. And they write that even after dismissal of the
Banik, the court cannot function on misunderstanding of somebody of some order. The court will have to function on what is before the court. If somebody misunderstands 27/6/2023, that cannot be a ground to say it.
27/6/2023 was never under challenge.
Yes.
We challenged it before this honorable court because of the inconveniences caused. And this order is without authority as has been expressed by this honorable court. I leave it to your lordship.
Convenience, inconvenience.
The holding of the post without the
We are
secretary.
not concerned.
The secretary.
The writ court is not a place to enforce convenience.
Very well. The respondent
Place to
number 3.
enforce right.
The respondent number 3 is a secretary by his own right. Is a secretary by his own right. The jurisdiction is bestowed because of certain factors by which he has been appointed as a secretary. Now, 27/6/2023 and 27/6/2023 come in way to function, to discharge a function.
All right. What is that you want? You forget your case.
27.
It's all
we are
cumbrous and
We are
complicated.
challenging 27/6/2023.
What is that you want?
We are challenging 27/6/2023 for
I'm
setting
not
aside
concerned about
for setting
this.
aside this 27/6/2023
What is that you want?
at the motion stage.
Yes.
My lord, we
What
stay-
are you really seeking?
My lordship may stay the operation of 27/6.
What is that you ultimately want?
Ultimately, petitioner number 3 should continue as the secretary.
Who has removed him?
My lordship, this is the entire difficulty which is coming up. Because 27/6/2023, although opined by this court, was not under challenge.
Who is the secretary right now?
Petitioner number 3, Sanjay Das.
And so he is the secretary.
He's the secretary,
Yes.
but because of 27/6, the cloud is coming. Because 14/7, the earlier vacation order was withdrawn and it was not challenged, my lord. We did not know, they did not point out, this situation is arisen.
Mr. Bonet, this
I leave it to your lordship, but this is on
simple
record.
matters are being made very, very complicated. I
But
don't-
276203 hadn't been challenged, we had no case before this court. The opinion has been expressed by the court to be
There is
without.
another
jurisdiction.
writ petition pending.
No, disposed of.
I frankly speaking, I have not understood what is the grievance really.
The grievance
They're
is-
all perceived imagination.
It is not. 276203, by which the removal of the earlier secretary is suspended. An inquiry is called for, has been opined by this honorable court to be without jurisdiction and authority. Albeit, in that petition, it was not under challenge. But discussing the factual matrix and the operation of law, this was opined. Here we put to challenge. And it was, my friend was there on the other side, they could have pointed out the no things, the other things were there. The appeal was also preferred, Vinod.
I'm so sorry. These are all what they could have done. Who
No,
could
no,
have
this
done.
is, this,
What
this,
is the
this
case
communication.
really? You have to say that this order is illegal.
This is illegal, page 40, Vinod.
What is illegal?
276203, page 40.
It
this honorable court
only
has
says,
opined.
it only says about the resolution number 1, nothing else.
No, no, about 27, page 40, Vinod.
Yes, what does it say? Which part is illegal?
Taking into account the section 49(2)L of the Act of 2007, it prima facie appears that the exercise of jurisdiction by the Assistant Registrar of Cooperative Society in issuing both the communications enclosed in Annexes 9 and 10, 276223 are without authority.
No, that is another matter. That order, if you say there is a
It's the same
violation,
one.
then you file a contempt. You file a contempt if there is a violation
No,
of.
there is no violation. This order was not challenged in the earlier writ petition. But while narrating the facts and examining the facts and the law, the court expressed an opinion.
All right,
We
we'll
issue the
notice and fix it. What do you have to say?
No, I am for the six and I am
You are
not
for whom?
secretary. I am the president and secretary of the present president and vice president of the society, my lord.
Acha, he is also saying.
He
that
says,
is-
my lord, that is the case, my lord. He is not projected the case. Your lordship kindly see that go by the orders, my lord. That para 17 of the earlier judgment, my lord. But case is, my lord, he filed a appeal before the, my lord, of appellate authority. And now earlier writ petition, he filed a case before the honorable court to issue notice by the appellate authority that has to be set aside. And very strange, my lord. Appeal filed by him, but in this case, my lord, this honorable court remanded back to that within 15 days, it has to be decided. So within 15 days, my lord, within that 15 days again, he came before this honorable court.
Where is the order? 15, where is
That
the
is, my lord, fixed on 8, my lord. With the appellate authority, they will take decision on 8, my lord. He has himself.
Appellate authority
All
is
right,
not.
I will fix it on 9th.
9th.
Mr. S. Vanik, learned counsel for the petitioner, also heard Mr. S. K. Talukdar, Thane Standing Counsel Cooperation Department, Assam, appearing on behalf of the respondent numbers
1, 2, 3, 4, 1.
1, 2, 3, 4. Who else is appearing in this case?
He's.
Ms. S. Sharma, learned Government Advocate Assam, is present on behalf of the respondent number 5. Mr. A.B.T. Hawk, learned counsel, has appeared for respondent number 6 on the strength of a caveat. Whereas Mr. T.J. Mahanta, learned
Six
senior
and,
counsel, appearing for the
7 and 8.
assisted by Ms. P. Bhattacharjee, learned counsel, has appeared for respondent number 7 and 8. Again, on the strength of a caveat. The caveat shall be heard. The communications dated 27/6/2023 and 4/7.
No, 27/6. 27/6, 2 communications and 14/7.
27, the 2 communications dated 27/6/2023
An order.
and the order dated
14/7/2023.
14/7/2023 are under challenge in this writ petition on the ground that the same are not only without jurisdiction but have been issued in flagrant violation of the mandate of law. Mr. Vanik seeks to draw support with regard to his submissions from the observations made in judgment and order dated 25/7/2023 passed by the learned single judge in WPC number 4083 only 2023. Full stop. However, I find from the record that by the judgment dated 25/7/2023, the learned single judge had directed the register of cooperative societies to decide the appeal preferred by the petitioner within 15 days. It is submitted at the bar that the matter is fixed before the register of cooperative societies on 8
August.
8/2023 for for a decision in the appeal. If that be so, having regard to the facts and circumstances of the case in its entirety, his writ petition is directed to be posted again on 9/8/2023, so as to enable Mr. Talukdar to appraise this court as to the outcome of the said process. Any order passed in the appeal be produced before the court on the next day, please.
Must.
May I please, Your Lordship. Lord, the matter pertains to the payment of ex gratia compensation scheme. The petitioner is the wife of the deceased who died, my lord, after being met with an accident.
The prayer made in this writ petition pertains to claim for payment of ex gratia compensation. The husband of the petitioner had allegedly died in a motor accident which took place on 8/6/2022. Hence, the wife has approached this court by filing the instant petition. Had Mr.
Ali,
learned counsel for the petitioner, Mr. A. Bhattacharya, learned standing counsel, Revenue and Disaster Management Department, some praise for some time to obtain instruction. NOM 66, since Mr. Bhattacharya has appeared and accepted notice for respondent number 1, Mr. Who is for finance? Mr. R. Bhattacharya, learned standing counsel, Finance Department, Assam, for respondent number 2, and Ms. S. Sharma, learned Government Advocate, Assam, for respondent numbers 3 to 6. Servicing notices being complete in this case, extra copy of the petition furnished to the learned department counsel. Yes.
obliged.
May I please, Your Lord? Your Lord, the petitioner before Your Lordship is a constable in Your Lordship. The respondent authority has initiated departmental.
It appears that this matter pertains to civil bench 3, but it has been wrongly listed before this court. Register to verify and list the matter before the appropriate bench.
Date may be fixed.
Today after 1 hour.
Sorry, man. Obliged, Your Lord.
May it please your Lordship. Lordship, in this matter, the petitioners apply for the settlement of khas land and selling surplus land under mission Bosundhara 2.0. My lord, an acknowledgement number is accordingly issued to them on 13/3/2023, which we have annexed here as Annexure B.
What is your grievance?
My lord, in 5/7/2023, the circle officer of Guwahati Revenue Circle, he issued a
What is
general
your grievance?
eviction notice, my lord, for the plot of land of the petitioner, without segregating the plot of the land from the adjacent plot of land. My lord, the adjacent plot of land is measured 1 bigha 3 kotha 14 lesa, under which 3 kotha 3 lesa is petitioner's land, my lord, for which he is paying all his necessary taxes from the day of possession, my lord.
Petitioner is occupying government land.
Yes, my lord.
Then
But he is, they are residing there from 1996 onwards, my lord, and they are also paying all the taxes. But now, my lord, as the matter is now under the revenue authority, my lord, in Basundhara 2.0. So, my lord, they will tackle the matter according to them. But my lord, in this point of time, if the eviction is done, then they will suffer very badly, my lord. So, my lord, my prayer is the eviction notice may be set aside on first, not wholly, my lord, just for the part of the petitioner, part of the land of the petitioner, my lord.
yes, answer.
10 July is already gone. So
10 July is gone.
gone.
So the notice has become infructuous.
But my
We
lord,
will observe and close it. Huh? Where is the notice?
Notice page
page number 41, Annexure D. My lord, not acted upon, but my lord, at any time they may act on that notice, my lord. And generally evictions are done on the Saturday and Sunday when courts are
off so that petitioner can't go anywhere.
So you have applied under Vasundhara 2.0.
Yes, my lord.
All right, your name, please.
J. Bezbura.
Heard Ms. J. Bajburua, learned counsel appearing for the writ petitioners. Also heard Mr. A. Bhattacharjee, learned standing counsel in Revenue Department, Assam, appearing for the respondent number one. Ms. S. Sharma, learned Government Advocate, Assam, appearing for the respondent numbers
2, 3, 4,
2 to 5.
and 5.
2 to 5 and Mr. P. Naik, learned SC GMC for respondent number 6. Full stop. The writ petitioners herein claim to be in occupation of Sarkari land, within court Sarkari land, situated at
Village
Tag
Paschim
number 1660, Village Paschim Boragaon.
situated at Paschim Boragaon under Jalukbari Moja, which is covered by DAG number 1660. Full stop. Aggrieved by the eviction notice dated 057/2023, notifying that an eviction drive will be carried out over the said land on 10/7/2023. The instant writ petition has been filed. Full stop. Ms. Bezburua submits that the petitioners have applied for allotment of land under the government scheme within course Vasundhara
Mission Basundhara
Mission
2.0.
Vasundhara 2.0 unquote, and the said application is pending consideration by the authorities. Moreover, full stop, moreover, they are regularly paying tax oblique government dues for occupying the land under the circumstances. If the petitioners are evicted from the land in question by demolishing their dwelling houses, the same would lead to untold misery and sufferings for her clients. Full stop. It is also the submission of Ms. Bezbura that the district administration of Kamrup Metro is yet to come up with a scheme for carrying out eviction drive and post eviction rehabilitation as envisaged by clause 15.2 of the state land policy 2019. First of, in the absence of such scheme, the citizens would be exposed to serious, immense suffering if the eviction is carried out abruptly. First of, Mr. Bhattacharjee, learned standing counsel revenue, on the other hand, submits that since no eviction has been carried out on 10/7/2023, the impugned eviction notice dated 7/7, is it 7/7? 5/7/2023 has spent its force, and therefore nothing survives for adjudication in this writ petition. According to the learned departmental counsel, the matter be closed. Full stop. Similar stand you also have. Similar is the stand of learned Government Advocate Assam as well as learned SC GMC. Full stop. It is no doubt correct that no eviction was carried out by the authorities over government DAG number 1660
Yes.
on 10/7/2023, as had been laid down in the eviction notice. Full stop. However, the apprehension generated in the minds of the petitioners due to the eviction notice cannot be ignored by this court. Full stop. Since the petitioners are applicants of land under Mission Vasundhara 2.0 within courts, introduced by the government, they are entitled to an answer from the authorities as to the fate of their application. Therefore, without expressing any opinion on the merit of the claim projected in this writ petition, this matter stands disposed of at the stage of motion hearing by granting 2 weeks time to the petitioner to submit an application stroke representation before the respondent number. This is respondent number?
DC.
Respondent number?
This is
Two.
Respondent number 2, ventilating their grievance in the matter, if such a representation enclosing a certified copy of this order is filed by the petition, is submitted by the petitioners within the prescribed time period, the same be looked into, and an attempt may be made to redress the grievance of the petitioners in accordance with law. With the above observation, read petition.
Deeply obliged.
Much obliged.
May I please, your lordship? Lordship, matter pertaining to ex gratia, your lordship.
Sorry,
Matter pertaining to ex gratia, your lordship.
I heard Mr. S.I. Akkan, learned counsel for the petitioner. The claim in the writ petition pertains to payment of ex gratia compensation. Mr. A. Bhattacharjee, learned revenue, and Ms. S. Sharma, learned G. Assam for revenue, appearing for respondent number 1, and so and so for respondent number 2 to speak for some time to obtain inspection in the matter. Finance is not a party.
Party, your lordship.
Then
Two lords.
Mr. P. Nayak, learned SC Finance for respondent number 2. And Ms. S. Sharma, learned G. Assam for 3 to 6, paid for some time to obtain instruction. NOM 8 weeks, since the respondents are already represented, no formal notice, extra copies.
Obliged, your lordship.
May I? My lord, a matter related to my lord payment of family pension, my lord, the husband of the.
Family
petitioner-
pension.
Yes,
Yes, after hearing the submission of the petitioner's counsel, it appears that this matter pertains to civil bench 3. Register to verify and list to apply accordingly.
May it please, your lordship. In this case, petitioner and respondent number 6 and 7. 5, 6, 7. They are the legal heir of Arfaz Ali, who died on 8/7/2012, leaving behind homestead and land and house over a plot of land 7.34.
What are you challenging here?
Yes, I am challenging the notice issued by the bank, respondent number 3. Here.
Where is that notice?
Page 25, annexure 6.
Yes.
Lordships, I am the shareholder of the said plot of land, but when the respondent number 5, 6, and 7 borrowed loan from the said bank, so no consent was taken from me, and on the entire land given mortgage against the said aforesaid loan. So
Yes, I'm closing the matter. You have to approve the DRT. This order is appealable. 13(2) of Surface Act.
So, Lordships, I am not a loan, I am not borrowing the loan.
Then you
from
are
the bank.
guarantor.
But my portion, my share also included in the land which is given mortgage.
You have to tell to the Surface, the DRT. You have no option.
Lordships, kindly state the matter
No,
because
I
they
heard Mr. A.L. Mondal, learned counsel for the writ petitioner. Also heard Ms. S. Sharma, learned. You are appearing? Learned government advocate Assam appearing for the respondent number 2.
But
Mr. A. Bhattacharjee, SC revenue for 1, and S. Sharma for respondent number 2. This writ petition has been filed against the notice issued under section 13(2) of the Surface Act, 2002. Dated 12. What is the date of the?
date not mentioned here. Date not mentioned here, Lordship. And proceeding also already going and early annexure number 24, page
Undated
24,
notice.
annexure 5. That is the
So.
one order of
Internally on the ground that the petitioner is not the borrower. Notwithstanding the same, a portion of the land owned by the petitioner is sought to be included in the mortgage property, which is proposed to be put up for auction sale. Full stop. After hearing the submission of Mr. Mondal, this court is of the prima facie opinion that an appeal would lie before the learned debt recovery tribunal, DRT Guwahati, in the matter. As such, by granting liberty to the petitioner to prefer an appeal before the petitioners to prefer appeal before the competent forum, this writ petition stands disposed of. It is provided that if an appeal is preferred in accordance with law, along with an application for interim relief, the learned DRT may consider the same on merit and pass appropriate orders, as may be permissible under the law. Writ petitions are not maintainable in these matters. Thousands of cases have been closed. We can't make an exception for you. Next matter, please.
May it please your lordship. But I'm praying for disposal of the representation or a prayer petition at page 28.
That can't be the main prayer in the writ petition. Disposal of.
Because the registrar is not taking the call. I said I was removed as I was a director of a society. I prayed before the registrar for an adjudication. Since 26/8, I'm behind, I'm 26/6. I'm nowhere near. On the factual metrics, not many people objected to holding of the meetings in some place and all. Only I was singled out. But this eventually has to be decided by the registrar. I submitted my representation 26/6.
What is, where is your representation?
20, I mean, it's 28. May I read? With due respect, I beg to state that the name of Sri Nittalal Das finds mention at serial number 7 of the list of members of Board of Directors of Dibru Dangoli River Part 1 Main Samabay Samiti Limited in resolution number 7 of the AGM held for the years 2022 to 2023, which was approved by the ARCS Tinsukia. It is further stated that 9 members of the Board of Directors of Dibru Dangoli River Part 1 Main Samabay Samiti Limited submitted an application to the Chairman of the Board of Directors requesting to transfer the office, it will be office figure, of the society to some other place on the ground that the landlord of the premises wherein the office of the society is presently situated misbehaves and verbally abuses with the members and uses slangs while doing so. For this particular reason, I was not present in 2 to 3 working meetings, and for this reason, my post as member of the Board of Directors of the society has been terminated. Presently, I am not being allowed to remain present in any of the meetings of the Board of Directors. Since I am a member of the board by virtue of a resolution adopted in the AGM and approved by the Assistant Registrar of Cooperative Societies in Sukia. So I pray before you to keep intact my post as a member of the Board of Directors of the.
So this he will consider under which provision of law?
My lord,
keep my post intact. Where is the power of the registrar?
The appeal power which is there. Any dispute arising, we cannot come to High Court. It has to go to a registrar who's the authority to take a call on that. But this is because I cannot come to the High Court, could have come to the High Court because I've made a statement at page 7.
You prefer an appeal under 111?
This has been taken up by the authorities.
No, sorry.
In fact, page 31 is
Lordship.
lordship.
See page 31, your lordship. Same day.
31.
Same day, your lordship, the assistant registrar of cooperative.
Absolutely.
Additional registrar of cooperative society.
I'm not disputing with that.
Has forwarded to the assistant registrar of
Till
cooperative
date, nothing is
society
happening, my lord. In the other way around.
submit a
I kept
detailed
that.
report. Because one aspect which is there, he
Correct.
himself has stated that 2-3 meetings he have not attended, your
Correct.
lordship. In that case, if he has not attended for 3 meetings, your lordship, under subsection 43 subsection 7, he may be removed from the.
But he has to prefer an appeal.
Yes.
He is being so
Yes.
casual.
Yes.
Keep my post intact.
You cannot the wordings of how they're written, it's a vernacular.
We'll only say you are at liberty to prefer an appeal.
But so far as this, they have initiated, but they may conclude. Page 31, they've initiated. They have not left it, but they have not concluded it.
What kind of a prayer is this before the register? Keep my post intact.
They challenged, they basically, the petitioner basically challenged saying that
Right,
9% coming.
heard Mr. S. Banig, counsel for the writ petitioner. Also heard Mr. R. Rajkumar.
V. Rajkumar.
V. Rajkumar, and standing counsel.
Cooperation Department.
Appearing on behalf of
All the
respondents.
respondents.
All the respondents. The writ petitioner hearing was a part of the 9 board of directors of the Dibru Dangri Part 1 River Mean Samabay Samiti Limited. Full stop. due to failure on the part of the petitioner to attend a few meetings of the board. He was removed from the post of director by resolution number 7 adopted in the board meeting held on.
No, that was not communicated to me.
Then how do you know resolution number?
I have,
7?
no, I have not indicated, madam. Resolution
In your letter, it is mentioned.
You are giving the resolution number, but not the date.
of the 7, we do not know. We just informed us
Removed
because I'm
from
not
the-
allowed to go there.
Board by means of a resolution, which according to the petitioner was never communicated to him. I aggrieved thereby the petitioner had submitted a representation dated 26/6/2023 before the Register of Cooperative Societies, that is the respondent number 2 hearing. Although a report was called for in the matter by the additional registered cooperative societies, bracket general, bracket close. Since then, no further action has been taken so as to reinstate the petitioner in the office of Board of Directors. Hence this writ petition. Mr. Rajkot submits that by the own showing of the petitioner, he had failed to attend as many as 3 meetings of the board.
2/3.
As many as it is his
Oh, yes.
submission. 3 meetings of the board, as a result of which under provisions of section 43
Subsection 7, your lordship.
subsection 7 of the Assam Cooperative Societies Act 2006, is it
2007, your lordship.
2007, the petitioner stood disqualified. However, since the matter has been looked into by the departmental authorities, appropriate order therein will be passed without undue delay. If that be so, I do not find any justifiable ground to keep the writ petition pending before this court any further. The writ petition is therefore disposed of by providing that the respondent number 2 may pass appropriate order on the representation of the petitioner as may be permissible under the law after verifying the facts and circumstances of the case. The exercise be carried out and completed preferably within a period of 4 weeks from the date of receipt of a certified copy of this order. Writ petition stands disposed of.
Obliged.
May future lordship. These petitioners, they have formed a registered society, my lord. They are permissive possessors in a particular plot of land, my lord. And that plot of land has been donated to the government by their fathers and grandfathers. And for establishing Shivsagar Civil Hospital in Jaisagar. And they have been promised to give some part there near the hospital area to establish certain tea stall, little pawn shops and hotels like that. That is the only source of income to the petitioners, my lord. They have been doing that. And my lord, in 2000 also, there was a move to remove them, my lord, by giving a notice. That has been interfered with by this Honorable High Court, giving a status quo order. And then, my lord, the Deputy Commissioner, Shivsagar, he has convened a tripartite meeting with the persons. That is at page, my lord, 22. These people, they are, my lord, paying land revenue to Bahida. Electric bills, trade license has been granted, and the local Gambura also given certificate that they are residing, they are doing small business.
So you are occupying Sarkari land.
My lord,
You are occupying Sarkari land.
Sarkari land, but
You
it
have to vacate it.
is, we are permitted to be there by order dated 22 of the Deputy Commissioner.
Where is the order? Which order?
Page 22, my lord. Because we have donated our land there, so some promises were given that you will be entitled to sort of third grade, fourth grade post and also my lord, to continue their business of there are 2, 3, 4. Now, my lord.
But you will have to vacate when it is required.
Yes, my lord, that they have said, and we will be also vacating, but 2 things, my lord, remains because the division bench judgment 2023 or also aware of that says that when we have applied for under Bosundora or earlier, that will have to be come to a they will have to see.
You have applied under.
Yes,
Vasudha.
we have applied. That is there, and that has not been concluded also.
Yes, what do you have to say?
Yes, Lordship, they had applied, Your Lordship. So, what the fate of their application comes out, Lordship, that needs to be determined, Your Lordship.
No, then we'll ask the Deputy Commissioner Sibsagar to verify these facts.
Yes.
Before, and put them to notice in writing.
Yes.
Because there is already a order of 21 July 2000.
Yes.
Hard, Mr.
My lord, one thing, my lord, page 9, page para 10, they have come there. Take some measurement, then say that we ask them to give the notice. They refuse to give that, but warn them, you will be removed immediately.
Hard, Mr. S. Boral, Learned Senior Counsel, listed by who is this? Mrs. Boral, Learned Counsel, appearing for the commissioners. Also hard, Ms. M. Bodole, Learned Standing Counsel, Revenue Department, Assam, appearing for the respond number.
Number 1.
Respond number 1. Mr. B. Dowry, Learned Government Advocate, and Mr. B. Dowry, Learned Government Advocate, Assam, appearing for the respond numbers 2 and 3. The 9 read petitioners herein have approached this court jointly by filing this read petition, expressing apprehension that they may be evicted by the respondent number 2 from the land under their occupation without following the due process of law. First up, according to the petitioners, they are running petty shops of various kinds in the land situated in front of the Sibsagar Hospital, Joysagar, since past several years for earning their livelihood. First up, the petitioners have also applied for settlement stroke allotment of land under the Vasundhara Mission Vasundhara 2.0. Is it? 2.0. And their applications are pending consideration before the appropriate authorities. Notwithstanding the same, the numbers 2 and 3 are threatening to evict the petitioners from their shop established over Sarkari land without following the due process of law or serving any prior notice upon them. First up, Mr. Buragwai has invited the attention of this court to the order dated 21/7/2000 issued by the then Deputy Commissioner Sibsagar to contend that his clients are not opposing the move to occupy the land, take back possession of the land under their occupation if the same is genuinely required for any public purpose. However, they are at least entitled to a prior notice giving sufficient time to make
Consideration of our and to consider our application for
giving them sufficient time to make alternative arrangements. Moreover, during the pendency of the application submitted by the petitioners for allotment of land under Mission Vasundhara, the respondents cannot arbitrarily throw out the petitioner from the land under their occupation. Hence this writ petition. First up, Mr. Dewry Learned Government Advocate Assam has fairly submitted that the applications submitted by the petitioners for allotment of land under the scheme Mission Vasundhara within court is pending consideration by the authorities. Full stop. I also find that in terms of the order dated 21/7/2000, bracket annexure 2, bracket closed. The petitioners are entitled to some notice before they can be evicted from the aforesaid land. Full stop.
My lord, in fact, Deputy Commissioner has constructed, have some pakka, my lord, shops 20 that has been occupied. But our person, as has been indicated in that particular order, my lord, that will be done later. And we wish that we should be accommodated there, my lord, because we have been on 93.
Moreover, Mr. Buragwa submits that even if the petitioners are required to remove their shops from the aforesaid land, even then they are entitled to allotment of alternative land if necessary on temporary basis so as to run their shops.
No, my lord. They are giving permanent market complex.
Even in that case, the petitioners are entitled to allotment of shop rooms in the market complex
Yes.
constructed by the district administration. However, their request to the above effect has not been considered by the authorities. First of, after hearing the submissions made at the bar and taking note of the facts and circumstances of the case in its entirety, this writ petition is being disposed of at the stage of motion hearing by providing that the possession of the petitioners over the land, Sarkari land under their occupation shall not be disturbed without serving prior written notice upon them in accordance with law and by observing the procedure prescribed by the order dated 21/7/2020. Full stop. The request made by the petitioners for allotment of land under Mission Vasundhara and also allotment of alternative shops in the market complex constructed by the district administration shall also be appropriately examined before any eviction drive is carried out against the petitioners. With the above observation, the writ petition.
The lands of the families of the petitioners were acquired by the irrigation department in 1981 for certain irrigation projects. Most of these families back then were involved in farming at the time. Your Lordship, in lieu of the same, the Department of Irrigation had given assurance that the qualified members of such affected families would be appointed in grade 3 or grade 4 posts. Your Lordship may kindly turn to page number 29.
Yeah, we'll issue notice, but that kind of assurance cannot be implemented. Definitely not by a court order. Whoever has given the assurance, catch hold of him and take him to task.
Was the secretary to the
Yes, can't be done. What is your name, please?
Miss Sidas, Your Lordship.
But Miss Sidas, Lanik Counsel for the petitioner have reduced the averments made in the writ petition. It appears that the petitioners are seeking employment in public office in lieu of land belonging to their forefathers, which were acquired by the irrigation department. Mr. N. Upadhyay, Learned Standing Council Irrigation Department, Assam, while maintaining that such a relief would not be maintainable in the eye of law, prays for some time to seek instruction and file affidavit. They are allowed NOM 8 weeks here for all.
Lord, no, Lordship. I am for 1 and 4, Lordship. This is.
Since Mr. Upadhyay has appeared in accepted notice for respond numbers 1 and 4 and Mr. B. Dori, why not 2 Secretary Irrigation?
Deputy Commissioner.
You are not for the Chief Engineer Irrigation also. 1 to 4, and no formal notice.
Lordship, I will
Yes.
Lordship.
We don't even read the brief.
Lordship, I am wrong, Lordship. I have taken. Lordship, I am for all the respondents, Lordship.
Much obliged, Your Lordship.
May I please? Your Lord? My lord, here my prayer is very much limited, my lord. I preferred appeal and revision being agreed by order passed in 2 separate proceedings. That was not even numbered. And after a long period of time, my lord, it was returned to me through my consent. So here my limited period is that, my lord, the appeal may be numbered.
What is it? Find out please next week. Mr. So-and-so and counsel.
I'll take the instruction, notice is
Uh,
not required to be issued. my lord.
Also heard Mr. H.K. Das, Land Standing Council, GHC, appearing for the respond number.
Respondent number, my lord, 2,
Respond number
and two.
who's
one
six-
commissioner while not
six
appearing.
posting of this matter again in the next week for motion, so as to enable him to obtain instruction.
Wednesday, my lord.
Wednesday,
Yes.
facilitating disposal of the writ petition at this stage of motion hearing. Mr. B. Dowry, Learned Government Advocate Assam is present on behalf of the respond number 1. On the request of Mr. Das, this matter is directed to be listed for motion again on next Wednesday, if the date 9th.
Right.
9/8. 2 extra copies,
Right.
1 extra copy each be furnished to the learned. Department.
Online.
Extra copy to agree detail, huh?
In this case, my lord, the salience is, my lord, fixation of the value of the land, lordship. Other cases, lordship, notice has been issued, lordship.
Yesterday,
My lord.
a nature case was.
Yes,
visited.
all right. Heard Mr. M. A. Jamil, Learned Counsel for the petitioner, peruse the amendments made in the writ petition. It appears that the petitioner is asking for a direction for proper fixation of the value of his land. Mr. Ahmed submits that similar writ petitions are pending disposal before this court. In view of the above, issue notice of motion returnable in 8 weeks since Ms. N. Bordelais, Learned Standing Council, Revenue and Disaster Management Department, Assam, has appeared and accepted.
For 3 and 4, your lordship.
So who is for 1? Mr. H. Gupta, CJC for 1. Mr. B. Dewey, Learned G. Assam for 2. And Ms. N. Bordelais, Revenue and Disaster Management. Acha, B. Dewey for 3.
I'm 3 and 4. I'm 3 and 4, your lordship.
5 to 7, and Ms. N. Bordelais, Revenue and Disaster for 3 and 4. Service of notice is deemed to be complete in this case. Extra copies of the writ petition be furnished to the Learned Department Council. Registry to list this matter along with
My
WPC
lord,
number
WPC 4181 of 2023.
4181 of 2020.
Online, lordship.
Here the petitioner case is that, my lord, their petitioners were tenant under a Mirasdar. Then name of petitioner, the petitioner was enlisted in the Khotian also, my lord. Now, my lord, after introducing this Bosundara, they want their name to be recorded in the record of right through that Khotian, my lord. What deputy commissioner and that establishment do not accept in those applications, and also the petition is filed. Right?
Why they will accept it?
Because this loyalty is transferable right, my lord. Now we are possessing that land, my lord. And we have also paid this tax also
So
revenue.
why a writ will be entertained on that?
Of course, the writ is not maintainable.
Yeah.
But this is that we may give liberty to approach the deputy commissioner. That also will do serve the purpose, my lord. Otherwise, they don't accept that.
Mutation is a notified service, your lordship. As per the notification dated 12th of April 2013, mutation is a notified service, your lordship. They may apply in the prescribed format before the circle officer.
That liberty also will serve the purpose.
Notified service, notification dated 12th.
This is lordship, RRG.12/2012/132.
Please repeat again.
Yes, your lordship. RRG.12/2012/132 dated 12th April 2013, your lordship. This is the notification regarding mutation. It is a notified service and they have to apply in a prescribed format, which is an application, and certain documents needs to be annexed, your lordship, with the.
Heard Mr. B. Sinha, counsel for the writ petitioner. The petitioner claims to be in possession of a plot of homestead land as a riot of a Mirasdar. After the demise of his predecessor in interest,
yes,
the petitioner has become the possession holder of the said land. Full stop. By filing the writ petition, a prayer has been made to issue direction upon the respond number 3 to enter his name into the revenue records as the riot. Full stop. Miss N. Bordeloi, Learned Standing Council, Revenue Department, Assam, appearing for the uh, respondent number one. Submit, raises question as to the maintainability of the writ petition by submitting that mutation is a notified subject under notification number so and so, and therefore the petitioner must be directed to apply in the prescribed format before the competent authority. Similarly, the stand of Mr. B. Deori, Learned Government Advocate Assam, appearing for the respond numbers 2 and 3. The aforesaid submission of the Learned Department Council has not been registered by Mr. Sina, but he submits that this writ petition be disposed of by granting liberty to the petitioner.
Lordship, here I may mention something, Your Lordship. This similar case had was listed in court number 12 today morning, Your Lordship. There, the Honorable Court did not dispose of the matter. Notice was issued. Also, Your Lordship, since it is a righty land, Your Lordship, thereafter, I suppose it has been transferred and made into a government land, Your Lordship. Instruction will be required, Your Lordship, in this case.
In view of the above, this writ petition stands disposed of at this stage of motion hearing by permitting the petitioner to make appropriate application in the prescribed form as may be permissible under the law. If the application submitted by the petitioner meets the requirement of law, the same be considered an appropriate action may be taken in respect thereof by following the due process of law. The petition stands disposed of.
Highly applied. Same kind of
Same order.
Case,
Same.
Your Lordship.
Obliged.
Disposed of.
I'm obliged, Your Lordship.
Just add one right, without expressing any opinion on the claim of the petitioner. Huh? It's been disposed of.
May it please your lordship. Your lordship, the petitioners, your lordship, got married under Special Marriage Act on 12/7/2023, your lordship. Here, after your lordship, the petition number 1 started living with petition number 2, your lordship. But on 23/7/2023, your lordship, a missing complaint was lodged in Tamilpur. Thereafter, your lordship, since the petition number was already in touch with the parents, your lordship, they knew her whereabouts. And the same was intimated by the Tamilpur Police Administration to the Hojai Police Administration. The Hojai Police Administration recorded the statement of the petition number 1, your lordship, not once but twice. But a summons was also issued, your lordship, asking the petitioners to appear before Tamilpur OC on 31/7, your lordship. But in the meantime, we are getting lots of threats, your lordship, that once we reach Tamilpur, your lordship, we will be physically attacked, and your lordship, that will be separated against our will. And also thereafter, we have filed a representation before the Director General of Police, your lordship. And we have also filed a complaint before the Superintendent of Police, your lordship, stating that how we are getting threatening calls, and once we reach Tamilpur, how we will be attacked, your lordship. Thereafter, there is a serious threat of life, your lordship. So my limited prayer is that, your lordship, if anyway, your lordship, statement of recording of statement by the Tamilpur Police Administration is required, it may be recorded in a neutral place, because already statement has been recorded in Hojai district, your lordship. And your lordship, yesterday, your lordship, the agency under the Child and Women Welfare Development has also recorded our statement in Hojai. So your lordship, statements were recorded, your lordship. Now the Tamilpur Police Administration is threatening us. If we don't reach there, your lordship, they will register a kidnap case and they will forcefully, your lordship, arrest us. Now, if that happens, your lordship, once we reach Tamilpur, your lordship, a law and order situation will be created, your lordship, some fanatic.
Yeah, but have you been issued any notice?
Yes, your lordship. Someone has been issued, your lordship.
Where is it?
Your lordship will find the summon on page 16.
You are asked to appear on 31/7.
Yes, your lordship. Then your lordship, I was asked to appear. The summon was handed over to me on 30/7, your lordship. Then on 31/7, I have sought time from the Tamilpur Police Administration that after receiving the summon, petition number 1 fell ill, your lordship. So your lordship, then I was asked to appear before till today, your lordship, time was granted, your lordship. Now, your lordship, in the meantime, I have also filed a representation before the DGP. And yesterday, your lordship, some threatening calls were, I got some threatening calls. And your lordship, I have again filed a complaint before the Superintendent of Police, Tamilpur, your lordship. And that is also before your lordship in the additional affidavit, your lordship, page 24, your lordship.
What is the age of the petitioner number 1?
24, your lordship. They are journalists, your lordship. Petitioner number 1 and 2 are journalists. Petitioner number 2 is a well-known anchor journalist in an electronic media of Assam, your lordship. So, your lordship, there is also a political angle, your lordship. So, your lordship, because there
What do you say, Mr. Deori?
Your lordship, I am willing to cooperate with law, your lordship. Only, your lordship, the threat may be taken care of, your lordship, because there is enormous threat.
Heard Mr. D. I. Hussain, learned counsel for the petitioner, petitioners also heard Mr. B. Deori, learned government advocate Assam, appearing on behalf of the official respondents. The petitioner number 1 and 2 are both major, and they have and their marriage has been registered under the Special Marriage Act.
Page 15, your lordship.
Special Marriage Act. Under section 13 of the Special Marriage Act 1954, whereafter a certificate of marriage dated
12/7/2023.
what is the date?
Your lordship filed below.
12/7/2022 has also been received, has also been issued to them. However, based on an alleged missing complaint lodged by the parents of the.
Your lordship, we have been informed from the family of the petitioner, petitioner number 1.
Who has lodged the missing complaint?
Your lordship, in the summon, it has not been stated, but it has been informed to us that the family of the petitioner number 1 has lodged the.
At the instance of the family of the petitioner number 1, that is the wife, the Tamulpur police has issued summons to the petitioner number 2, asking him to appear before the Tamulpur police station so as to record his statement. Mr. Hussain submits that the petitioner number 2 has been receiving constant threats and is entertaining a genuine apprehension that if he goes to Tamulpur for recording his statement, not only will there be serious law and order problem, but the same may also pose risk to his life. Full stop. Contending that the petitioner is always ready and willing to cooperate with the police, the petitioner's counsel submits that if the statement is required to be recorded by the police, the same be done either in Hojai or at a neutral or at any other neutral place at the date and time chosen by the police. Full stop. The learned counsel for the petitioner has also argued that his clients have already submitted representation before the Director General of Police, namely the
Page 19, your lordship.
petitioner, the respondent number 2, as well as the Superintendent of Police, Tamulpur,
Lordship.
that
Page
is the
24.
respondent number 3, but the same is yet to evoke any response. Hence, this read petition. Mr. Deori, learned government advocate Assam, appearing for the respondent, submits that the police will take appropriate action in the matter so as to protect the life and liberty of the citizen, and therefore there is no basis for the petitioner to entertain such apprehension. Full stop. Be that as it may, after going through the materials on record, I find that it is a case of special marriage, and therefore it is possible that the family of the petitioner, that is the wife, might have initiated the aforesaid proceeding. Full stop. However, even if that is correct, the petitioner number 1 and 2, both being majors, they are entitled to enter into a matrimonial relationship as per their free will, and therefore it will be the duty of the police to extend proper protection to the life and liberty of the petitioners if any undue threat is received by them relating to the marriage. Full stop. As such, without expressing any further opinion in the matter, this writ petition stands disposed of by providing that the police may consider recording the statement of the petitioners at a neutral place except for Tamulpur. In doing so, prior notice be issued to the petitioner numbers 1 and 2, giving them at least a week's time to appear for recording their statement. First up, in the process, the respondent numbers 3 to 6 would ensure that the petitioners are not exposed to any undue risk of their life and liberty. The respondents shall also proceed in the matter in accordance with law, in accordance with law for future purpose. With the above observation, the writ petition stands defended.
May it please, Your Lordship, my lord, the
Oh,
petitioner.
you add one line. The police may either record the statement of the petitioners in the present place of their residence or at any other neutral place except Tamulpur police station. Yes.
May it please, Your Lordship, my lord, the petitioner is a company having his factory in North Guwahati for retesting of LPG cylinder and painting. My lord, thereafter, because of the Brahmaputra bridge being constructed, some land was under acquisition. So public purpose, he left the land. So land was acquisition. Now, my lord, suddenly at page 66, Your Lordship will find just adjacent to my factory, my lord, they have dig a particular drainage of 8 meters long without any culvert. So my factory is closed, everything is closed. Your Lordship, they have done nothing, and page 66. Just in front of my factory, they have done this without any culvert, without anything. Entry exit is closed.
On Friday, my lord, I will come up with the instruction. What they are proposing.
But you have shut down an industry.
Industry, my lord, it's total industry. Is closed.
This is a new procedure or what? Just dig a drain and
On Friday.
very innovative. Mr. Gogoi, we must observe that very innovative.
On my lord, then 11th or 10th, any day convenient. 11th or 10th.
Monday.
Monday. Then Wednesday, my lord, at least I can communicate to them.
You wanted Friday.
No, today, coming Friday.
That's right.
Today is
Wednesday.
Wednesday. 10th.
Mr. P.K. Rajagiri, Learned Counsel for the writ petitioner is present. Peruse the statements made in the writ petition. Mr. B. Gogoi, Learned Standing Counsel, PWD Assam, 6 posting of this matter again on 9/8/2023, so as to enable him to obtain preliminary instruction responding to the allegations made in the writ petition. Mr. B. Dori, Learned Government Advocate Assam, is present on behalf of the state. On the request of the Learned Departmental Council, this matter be posted again on 9/8. One extra copy each of the writ petition be furnished to the Learned Departmental Council.
Your Lordship, may please peruse the order 26/7/2023. Here is the case, my lord, my land was acquired by the government, but no compensation has been paid. Later on, it has come to the notice that from the FCI that the portion of the land which has been acquired by the government has not paid any compensation to me, but the government says that we have not acquired your land. It is FCI who has taken over the land.
My lord, my annexure C may be kindly be seen at page 37, my lord. Government notification, gazette notification, it says that only 7 chataks, that is 7 acres of land of the petitioner has been acquired, and we have paid the compensation to the government, that is 64 lakhs something, my lord. Now the petitioner has come up with new case that he owns 2 kathas of land. Now he is claiming 1.7 acres. If we will minus 7 acres out of 7, 1.3 acres.
Heard,
My lord,
this matter will have to be heard.
heard, my,
We will post it in, when do you want it?
my lord, next week, my lord.
No,
Because-
no,
because
in
this-
September, 4th week onwards, decide a date. This is not a matter to be taken up next week. Not Mr. K.
First week,
Bhattacharya,
first
Council.
week
First
of
week of
October.
September.
28th September, my lord.
No, 20th was just before.
28th.
28th. But prior to that, man, the lady was suffering.
Uh,
So let it be on 12th September, my lord.
Also heard Mr. B.K. Jain, learned Standing Council FCI, Ms. M. Burman, learned Government Advocate Assam, and Ms. G. Hazarika, learned SP Revenue Department Assam, are present for the other official respondents. It is submitted at the bar that this matter is ready as regards pleadings, and therefore it can be taken up for final discussion.
My lord, the record may be called for from the DCI
However,
of the Amin government.
The relevant records would be necessary for disposal of this case. As such, on the request of learned counsel for the parties, his writ petition is directed to be posted again for admission hearing in the column final disposal at the stage of admission, unquote, on 21st of September 2023. As a fixed item. The learned departmental counsel to produce the relevant records of the next step fixed.
Obliged, my lord.
Yeah, please, Your Lordship. The petitioner has been approached before this honorable court for ex gratia relief, my lord, due to the
has happened?
death of.
Instruction is, my lord, SP has reported, but district administration yet not received instruction from them, my lord. So I need some more time.
Which district?
It's just only for my,
4 weeks, last chance.
my lord.
Heard Mr. W. Raman, learned counsel for the petitioner. Also heard Ms. M. Burman, learned Government Advocate Assam, who submits that instructions from the concerned superintendent of police has been received, but the response of the
DC
district,
Sonitpur, my,
district commissioner, Sonitpur,
Sonit-
is still awaited.
my lord.
Ms. G. Hazarika, learned SC Revenue Department, Assam, is present on behalf of the respondent number 1. On the request of Ms. Burman, this matter is directed to be posted again after 4 weeks,
My,
so as to enable her to obtain instruction facilitating the disposal of the lead petition.
All right.
Item 28 to 33.
Lordship, in 28, Lordship, am appearing on behalf of Union of India. Here I have filed this writ petition seeking cooperation from State of Assam for maintaining law and order situation during eviction. At first, they were supposed to grant me cooperation, Lordship, but at the very immediate moment, they either said this or not that they refused to do that, Lordship. The Lordship's order is there in earlier case, Lordship, but in the last occasion during filing of the affidavit in opposition, they have taken a stand that the petitioner had moved some writ petition and there are some stay order also, Lordship. And my case is that although there are some stay in some cases, but the area is much beyond that. Some areas are not under stay order, covered under stay order also. The Honorable Court in the last occasion asked me to file additional affidavit annexing some document regarding eviction order passing public under public premises. I have filed it. This is not in record, Lordship. I have filed the additional affidavit yesterday, which is registered through their Lordship, but that is also not on record, Lordship.
And what are the other petitions?
I am appealing for eviction matters. Railway has issued notice for eviction matter, although the land is not the railway matter. It is a land matter of Saikota Tea.
That's all right. If there is a stay order operating, that land will be exempted. Otherwise, they are free to go on a eviction. So we'll say that the railways will furnish appropriate information to the district administration regarding the land in respect to which eviction is sought to be carried out by clearly mentioning whether there is any stay order operating from any court pertaining restraining the eviction. On receipt of such information, the appropriate action as per the law will be taken by the authorities so as to ensure eviction in accordance with law. That's the order. What else is there?
What is railway in the petition 29 to 33? One affidavit has been filed, my lord. One affidavit has been filed, my lord, stating nothing, my lord. They have not shown any document that land is belong to railway, my lord.
So your matters, there is a stay order operating.
My lord.
Let her affidavit come. Ms. B. Sharma, learned counsel appearing for the writ petitioner in item. This is WPC 7861. Submits that an additional affidavit filed on behalf of the writ petitioner herein yesterday is not on record. As such, the matter be listed along with the additional affidavit. Mr. PJ Saika, learned counsel. is-
29 to 33. Item number 29 to 33.
For the petitioners and item numbers 29 to 33, Ms. M. Burman, Leonard G. Assam, Ms. N. Bordole, Leonard SC, Revenue Department, Mr. A. Gupta, Leonard CGC, and Ms.
Yes, buddy. Yes, buddy. Item 33, respondent 1 to 5.
No, who are the respondents? And Ms. S. Correct, Leonard.
On behalf
S.
of SK Medhi.
Ms. S. Parikh are present for the respective respondents.
I'm in item number 30, Lordship.
Are the view of available. On the request of Ms. Sharma, this matter be these matter be listed again after tagging, these matters be listed again after tagging the additional affidavit with the record of WPC number 7861 of 2020.
The interim order may continue. my lord.
Interim orders passed earlier may continue.
The date, Lordship. The date may be fixed,
It
Lordship.
will be listed. This is not. a-
Obliged.
34.
You please, your lordship. My lord, by mistake, I have brought a wrong file. May I bring the, may I use the second copy, my lord?
What second copy?
Second copy of.
What is this? You are going to argue for disposal?
Yes, my lord.
What is the matter?
My lord, this matter relates to, my lord, filling up of the post of vice president of Gaon Panchayat.
Yes. Post of vice president,
Vice-
service matter.
My lord, Gaon Panchayat vice president.
Matter is that, my lord, this particular post of vice president is reserved for women SC category, my lord. And among the members, there are no any such SC women candidate, my lord. So they want de-reservation, but acts and laws are silent, my lord.
My lord, there is a representation, my lord, by all the members, my lord, in favor of the petitioner. He is also one of the members, to my lord.
But he is saying it is reserved for women SC.
Yes.
That is there,
Then-
my lord, but there is no such provision, my lord, to fill up.
Then. What is to be done?
That is the problem. Without
You approach the
de-reservation.
Government.
Yes, my lord, that is,
You approach the government.
that is why they have approached the government, my lord. There is a representation, my lord.
Where is
It is
this?
under consideration, my lord. The last annexation, my lord. To the deputy commissioner, annexure J, page 48, my lord.
They are all elected members of the Gaon Panchayat.
Yes, ma'am.
Petitioners.
As per section 11, my lord, deputy commissioner has the power, but the deputy commissioner cannot de-reserve a post, my lord. That power is not with the deputy commissioner. That is
Who can do it? That power is with who?
that power is silent, my lord, as per law. Reservation is there, but de-reservation is silent, my lord. Who can de-reserve, my lord?
All right, clicked on heard Ms. S. B. Sharma, S. B. Chaudhary, learned counsel appearing for the writ petitioner. Also heard Mr. S. Datta, learned standing counsel, PNRD Assam, appearing for the respondent numbers
1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and 7.
1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and 7. Ms. M. Burman, learned government advocate,
5 and 8.
has appeared on behalf of respondent numbers
5 and 8.
5 and
8 delete করেছে 5 only 5 mail.
respondent
8
number
already
5.
deleted.
Full stop. The
Indicated.
petitioners
By
hearing
order it is
are all
9 to
elected
22.
members of the group number 3, Borband Gaon Panchayat in the district of Hailakandi. Full stop. Why the post of vice president, how it was vacated?
My lord, there was no candidate, my lord, contested for this post.
Acha. Aggrieved by inaction on the part of the respondents in their failure to fill up the vacant post of vice presidents of the said Gaon Panchayat. The petitioners have approached this court by filing the present writ petition praying for a writ of mandamus directing the authorities to take appropriate action in the matter for filling up the vacant post of Vice President of the Gaon Panchayat. Full stop. Ms. Chaudhary submits that earlier the 9 elected members had submitted a representation before the Deputy Commissioner from Hailakandi, ventilating their grievance in the matter. However, despite receipt of the representation on 03/12/2022, no action has been taken in the matter till today. Hence this writ petition. First of, responding to the grievance expressed in the petition, Mr. Datta, Learned Standing Council PNRD Assam submits that the post of Vice President in group number 3, Borbond Gaon Panchayat, is reserved for women candidates belonging to the scheduled caste (SC) category category. However, at present, there is no such elected member who is a woman belonging to the SC category. Mr. Datta further submits that as per section 11 of the
Assam Panchayat Act 1994.
Assam Panchayat Act 1994.
1994, my lord.
What is that?
It's saying any dispute relating to the validity of the election of the Vice President of the Gaon Panchayat under this act shall be decided by the Deputy Commissioner.
The Deputy Commissioner would have the jurisdiction to decide any dispute regarding election to the post of Vice President in a Gaon Panchayat. However, the Deputy Commissioner of the district, Deputy Commissioner, now bracket District Commissioner of the district, would not have the authority or jurisdiction to de-reserve the post of Vice President. Mr. Datta submits that unless the post is de-reserved, the same cannot be filled up from amongst the present lot of elected members. Under the circumstances, the Learned Standing Council submits that the matter will have to be examined by the government at the appropriate level. Full stop. Similar is the stand of Ms. Burman, Learned Government Advocate Assam, appearing for the state. Full stop. It is not in dispute that the post of Vice President in the aforesaid Gaon Panchayat is lying vacant. The reason for which the said post could not be filled up today has been brought to light by Mr. Datta, which has been noticed herein above. If the post of Vice President of the Gaon Panchayat is in fact reserved for a women candidate belonging to the SC category, unless the post is de-reserved, the same cannot be filled up in the absence of an elected member who is a woman and belongs to SC category system. Whether the aforesaid post can be de-reserved or not is a matter which will have to be examined by the government of Assam in the Department of Panchayat and Rural Development, and a decision in respect thereof would have to be taken at the first instance before the matter can receive the attention of the court. As such, this writ petition is being disposed of by granting 4 weeks time to the petitioners to submit appropriate representation before the government so as to represent before the government of Assam to address the issue within the ambit of the statutory framework. First up, if such a representation is submitted within the prescribed time period, the same be considered on merit and a decision in respect thereof be taken by the competent authority within a further period of 3 months. Whatever be the decision, the same be communicated to the petitioners in writing. If the petitioners continue to be aggrieved in the matter even thereafter, it will be open for them to approach this court once again by filing fresh writ petition. Stands this purpose.
Highly obliged, my lord. Take care, son.
In this case, my lord, I am appearing on behalf of NS Thakuria. Only thing, my lord, in the on the other date, my lord, the respondents are directed to file an affidavit on second. My lord, they are yet to file the affidavit.
Which respondent?
Respondent probably, my lord, the forest department.
Yes, who is appearing for the forest department?
My lord, I am appearing for Forest Department. We will file the affidavit today, my lord.
Proceed to
The learned counsel for the petitioner is present, Mr.
I, Borthakur.
Mr. I. Botaku, learned counsel appearing for the forest department submits that affidavit on behalf of the departmental authorities will be filed during the course of the day. In view of the above, this matter stands adjourned and shall now be lifted after the affidavit is tagged with the record of the case.
Much of.
Item 36.
May I please, lordship. In this case, my lord, the petitioner seeks the execution my lord, from the respondent authority, my lord.
DC Amin Gao has to send report, my lord. We are awaiting
My lord,
instruction.
in the meantime, they will verify, my lord.
4 weeks last chance.
My lord.
W. Raman, learned counsel
report
for the
has come.
petitioner. The matter pertains to prayer made by the petitioner for grant of ex gratia compensation. Ms. M. Burman prays for and is granted 4 weeks further time as last opportunity to obtain instruction stroke report from the deputy commissioner. This is Kamrup Rural, facilitating disposal of the writ petition. Mr. A. Bhattacharya, learned standing counsel, Revenue Department, Assam, is also present.
My lord, may come along with 3979 of my lord. in the
On the
earlier-
request of Mr. Raman, this matter is directed to be listed along with
397922.
WPC number 3979 of 2022, which is stated to be connected with the present proceedings. Yes.
May I please, your lordship. Lordship, grievances in this petition has been raised by the petitioners that in spite of initiating the proceedings under Assam State Acquisition Act 1964, my lord, no opportunity was given to the petitioner as required under section 3 subsection 2 of this act, my lord.
Instruction have been received, my lord. We have prepared the affidavit. I need 2 weeks to file affidavit. It has already been waiting.
In the meantime, my lord, they have already initiated the process.
You get 1 week.
1 week.
I'm not, my intention is not to stop the construction activity, but our position should not be disturbed in jail, my lord.
No, my lord.
Affidavit is ready.
Ready,
Now,
my lord.
let her file it, then we'll consider. Heard Mr. N. Alam, learned counsel for the petitioner. Also heard Ms. M. Burman, learned government advocate Assam, appearing for the respond numbers.
2 and 3, my lord.
Respond numbers 2 and 3, who submits that affidavit on behalf of the state.
One is secretary, 1, 2, and 3.
No, just another one.
On behalf of our clients is ready and shall be brought on record within a week from today. Mr. A. Bhattacharya, learned Standing Council Revenue and Disaster Management Department, Assam, is present on behalf of the respond number 9. Respond number 1. On the request of Ms. Burman, this matter is directed to be listed again on 21st of August 2023, along with the affidavit to be filed by the respond numbers 2 and 3.
38.
Wait, please, Lordship. Lord, I'm standing in as a legal aid counsel. Earlier, it was filed by Anuradha Gayan and subsequently 9th of May it was transferred to me. The crux of the matter is that my client is a commercial pilot under legal aid and he had got some scholarship. Now, the release of it was in 3 parts. The first and second was okay, but the third scholarship was released a delay of 40 months. Now, due to this release of a delay in the release of the scholarship, he suffered a loss in his training program. Although he is a commercial pilot, he has the license. Subsequently, on the aspect of whether he is a scheduled caste or not, there were proceedings and it was affirmed that he is a scheduled caste. Now, he went to the National Commission for Scheduled Caste. During the proceeding, the Learned Commission had held that he is entitled to, amongst others, entitled to compensation. Accordingly, he filed a writ petition claiming for 532.08 crores. On the last occasion, I must be fair, this honorable court took a view and therefore asked for the records of the legal aid also on the count that under the Constitution 39A, you must be economic consideration is there as well as disability is there. But under the Legal Service Authorities Act, a scheduled person belonging to scheduled caste can claim legally. Now, this being a claim for 532 crores by a commercial pilot, this issue was ancillary also there, which is part of the order 56/2023. Remember, it's all for compensation. As of now, we stand because although I have a license, but for the delay of 40 months, I could not get absorbed in Air India, it got privatized.
So, Mr. Banik, as you very beautifully and eruditely presented the facts, has it occurred to you that this writ petition may not be maintainable?
Well, it came to me by way of being engaged as a legal aid counsel.
So now let it go.
I give it to you, I cannot argue on that.
It cannot be entertained.
Now, when I have it, when
The
I
writ court can only entertain compensation claims, which is either a statutory compensation or which is a compensation due to violation of right to life.
Absolutely.
That law is
Page-
well settled.
Page 148 gives rise to the justification. If I may invite my lord's attention to page
Apart from
148.
that, I would like to point out, my lord, one thing, my lord. My lord, my learned friend has been engaged as a legal aid counsel.
Yes.
The petitioner applied for legal aid counsel under, my lord, section 12A of the Civil, my lord,
How
the
is
Legal
it
Service
legal-
Authority Act.
How is he entitled to legal aid counsel?
And if he, their
That is the
lordship,
precise question which Justice Mehdi had put. That initially, A. Gayan was there as a legal aid counsel. He filed, moved the matter. Thereafter, it was transferred to me. Whether we can appear as legal aid counsel. That question is looming. The interplay of 12A of the Act, 87 Act, and Article 39A of
39A
the
is
Indian
very
Constitution.
39A of the Constitution, my lord.
If
Under-
so, whether he can raise a claim for 532 odd crores.
The income part, my lord.
No, I take it by the law. I
We'll,
got the brief.
we'll close it by granting in liberty to approach the civil court.
But there are two factors. One is this, and under notification, if lordship takes up at
He
page
is a poor man, 533 crores is not much.
well, the entire person out there, I am not holding a private brief. It came to me by an office. Therefore, I'm addressing the points I must address. Page 155.
His claim and his lawyer's stature clearly shows how poor he is.
I am addressing on behalf of a person who is a member of a scheduled caste, and therefore the High Court Legal Aid Committee thought it prudent to engage someone from the panel. The page 155, the claim is also under a notification dated 14/4/16. This is under Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment.
All right, Mr. Banik, what is to be done now?
My lord,
We are definitely not going to adjudicate this.
Let them, because
Let them.
let them come up with some stand on record. At least I would pray that. Or if lordship takes a call that, yes, for this
My
claim, we
first
cannot.
objection is, my lord, apart from maintainability of the state petition, my lord, engagement of legal aid counsel, my lord.
I cannot argue on that. My engagement.
Because, my lord, under article, my lord, 39A, my lord, is not entitled to get the benefit of that.
No, but on what order he has been, legal aid counsel has been given to him?
I got the brief on the 9th of May. Earlier, Anuradha Gayan was there. We were appointed, engaged by the Legal Aid Services Commission. Even if tomorrow the order is there, I should not be there, it's okay. Now, whether he's entitled to legal aid, that's the crux. For that, if I may read,
Take down hard Mr. S. Banik, Lare, counsel for the writ petitioners. Also heard Mr. You are appearing for whom?
My lord, as a, 1, 4 and 5.
D. Sharma, learned additional senior government advocate Assam, appearing for the respondent numbers 1, 4 and 5. Mr. K. Gogoi, learned CGC is present on behalf of respondent number
6 and 7.
6 and 7. Full stop. By filing this writ petition, the petitioner who is a pilot holding a commercial flying license, has approached this court seeking compensation of a sum of rupees
532.08 crores.
532.08 crores.
And additionally, otherwise also under the notification.
The petitioner is represented in this case by a legal aid counsel. The first objection of the learned counsel appearing for the respondents in this case is on account of the fact that under section 39A of the Article 39A of the Constitution of India, the writ petitioner clearly was not entitled to the assistance of a free legal aid counsel. Secondly, Mr. Sharma submits that a claim for payment of compensation on the grounds stated in the writ petition cannot be entertained in a writ petition. Full stop. Insofar as the second objection is concerned, the same will be considered as and when a proper affidavit questioning the maintainability of the petition is brought on record. Full stop. Insofar as the objection raised as regards entitlement of the petitioner to be represented by a free legal aid counsel, the registrar to verify and list this matter along with appropriate note after 4 weeks.
This already is there at flag X. Pursuant to an order, Milo.
As to the criteria that has been followed and the circumstances under which the services of a free legal aid counsel has been provided to the petitioner. The note will also indicate if the petitioner is entitled to the service of a free legal aid counsel under the law. Let the matter be listed accordingly.
My name be reflected.
By reflecting the name of Mr. S. Bani. Mr. Bani, 533 crores.
I have not played it that even.
It's a dream.
I got the brief which was moved after that.
Your name may be reflected, but
I cannot vouch for this.
But you may be having dreams.
How can I hold the brief? We are under the panel, we have given the briefs, we argue the matters. That's all.
That's all right.
That's perfectly all right. I cannot make a comment here or there. I only plead what is there, pleaded. Nothing more. Whatever Lordship orders passed.
That's correct.
That's correct.
But if
I did not draft the petition even.
If 533 crores come, then the legal aid counsel will also have.
That I would not take it that way.
That's better.
Obliged.
In this case, my lord, that the respondent has filed an affidavit, then I will file a reply statement.
Respondent number? Who has filed?
Respondent.
Full respondent. All right, how
3 weeks
much
time?
3 weeks time.
No, Lordship, maybe 1 week, already 1 week.
One week is no.
20, case was fixed on 26th.
Negotiated settlement. She
20
says- she has asked for 3, you say 1, middle
weeks,
part
no?
2. On the request of Ms. B. Datta, senior counsel appearing for the petitioner, this matter stands adjourned for 2 weeks so as to enable her to file a rejoinder in response to the counter affidavit filed by the respondent. Ms. M. Dev, learned counsel is present on behalf of the sole respondent.
Date may be fixed, Lordship.
Let this matter be listed again after 2 weeks.
Date may be fixed.
It will come after 2 weeks. Just calculate.
It is very difficult
No. After 2 weeks.
because
is a fixed-
already 5 years passed, Lordship.
After 2
It
weeks.
is a
as a-
mandatory provision to dispose of the matter within 1 year.
After 2 weeks as a fixed item,
Yes.
then it will come. It's a fixed
Okay.
item.
Item 40 along with item 58, my lord, of today's days. Both are similar cases. Pursuant to the orders of this court, my lord, the deputy commissioner has passed the order for taking physical possession. Now, the matter can be closed at this stage. The only issue is that, my lord, the executive magistrate must do it in a time-bound manner.
My
preferably-
lord, our suggestive dated 8 of August. As per my verbal information, my lord, I have asked him regarding a date for item 40.
If the date is 8th of August, then that item 40 at least can be closed with that observation.
Otherwise, the concerned executive magistrate has been entrusted to hand over the.
So what has happened? They,
In item 40, matlab, they are saying that.
no, forget 40. First, tell me what is the issue in it?
Issue is regarding taking the physical possession of the secured assets. In both the cases, matlab, 40 and 58, different banks.
Due to default in repayment.
Yes,
of loan.
default in the properties have been sold.
So
sales-
you want police protection.
That is the issue. That is the main.
Yes,
And
my
you
lord.
say 8th of August.
8th of August for item 40.
Item
my
40,
lord.
they are saying 8th of
For-
August.
In respect of 58, I don't have any such instruction, so it may be posted on.
All right,
next
you
week,
take
my lord.
down first item 40. I heard Mr. A. Ganguly, learned counsel for the writ petitioner. Also heard Ms. M. Burman, learned government advocate Assam appearing for the respondent numbers.
All the responses,
For all,
all my,
1 to 4.
1 to 4.
No, 1 2 struck off, Mr.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Respondent numbers 3 and 4.
3 and 4.
The names of respondent numbers 1 and 2 have been struck off from the arrow parties as per order dated 31/5/2023 passed by this court. First up, it appears that the petitioner bank is in the process of taking over physical possession of the secured assets mortgaged by the borrower due to default in repayment of loan. First up, the bank had made a request before the district administration seeking police help at the stage of taking over physical possession of the assets. When no response was received by the bank in with regard to their aforesaid request, the instant writ petition has been filed. Today, when the matter is called up, Ms. Burman, learned government advocate Assam, submits on instruction that the district administration, more particularly the respondent numbers 3 and 4, are ready and willing to provide necessary support along with police protection for taking over the physical assets on 8/8/2023. If that be so, Mr. Ganguly submits that nothing further survives for adjudication in this writ petition. Taking note of the submission of learned counsel for both the sides, this writ petition is hereby disposed of by providing that necessary police protection stroke help for taking over physical possession of the mortgage secured assets involved in this proceeding be provided to the bank on 8/8/2023 as per the schedule decided by and between both the parties at least 24 hours ahead. Writ petition stands closed.
50.
What is item 41?
No, 58. 58 is the same, similar matter. my lord. Here also, my lord, the order has been passed, but the date has not been fixed.
I need to take instruction, my.
No, we'll close it within next 2 weeks.
Fine.
They'll intimate.
Lodge.
Heard Mr. A. Ganguly, learned counsel for the writ petitioner. Also heard Ms. M. Burman, learned government advocate Assam appearing on behalf of the respondent numbers 3 and 4.
1 to 3. 1 to 4.
Respondent numbers
1 to 4.
1 to 4.
1 to 4.
Yes.
None has appeared for the remaining respondents.
No, notice has not been issued to them. Notice was not issued to them my lord, in this matter. It was not considered necessary in this proceeding. They are private respondents. So they are not parties before the magistrate also.
But date of taking over possession, you have to notify it.
No, my lord. The notification, if any, will come, my lord, once the order is communicated to us, that this is order is communicated, then we forward it to them. my lord. Otherwise, there is no requirement.
Oh, then why notice is not issued to
The
them?
Supreme Court says so that the order of the deputy commissioner in under section 14 is a ministerial act and there is no quasi judicial power involved. Only is a ministerial act. He has to forward it. If the application is in order, then the order has to be passed. There is no question of hearing of the parties involved in this case.
The petitioner bank herein is in the process of taking over physical possession of the secured asset mortgaged by the respondent numbers. Mortgaged by the respondent number 5 for availing a loan in respect of which the loan full stop. However, the loan account having turned into an NPA, the bank is in the process of taking over physical possession of the mortgage property. First up. Accordingly, a request was made to the respondent numbers 2 and 4 for providing police help stroke protection at the time of taking over physical possession of the secured assets. However, when no response was received from the authorities, the instant writ petition has been filed seeking a writ of mandamus. Ms. Burman submits that she has no instruction as regards any response from the respond numbers 2 and 4. Be that as it may, having regard to the facts and circumstances of the case, as well as the mandate of law, which requires the district administration to provide adequate police protection stroke support at the stage of taking over physical possession of the secured assets. I dispose of this writ petition with a direction upon the respond numbers 2 and 4 to intimate the bank within 10 days from today, a suitable date on which adequate police protection can be provided. First up.
Lordship may say responding 2, 3 and 4, because it is 3 really.
3 and 4. Adequate police protection can be provided for taking over the physical possession of the secured assets. This order is, however, subject to the condition that the petitioner as well as the respondents proceed in the matter strictly in accordance with law and after issuing adequate notification as may be required under the
Surface Act.
Under the Surface Act.
Public.
Writ petitions can be disposed of.
Item 41.
What is this? Petitioners are not. Who is speaking?
May we say Lordship? Lordship, joint verification, not joint verification of the Patta land is going on.
Proceed in the matter.
May I please your lordship?
Yes, who is arguing, but I can't see.
Am I here, my lord?
Yes, you are audible, not visible. Very clear.
I believe your lordship, the screen has been off from your side. I can see your lordship.
Ah, yes, yes. What is the matter about? Where are you?
My lord, I am in Delhi.
You tell us when this matter is to be fixed.
My lord, I just make one submission, your lordship. I have filed an additional affidavit, which a copy has been served to the respondent. The question raised in the affidavit is very simple, my lord. The lordship will appreciate this fact that as per paragraph 31B of
When
the
did you
6th
file? When did you file the affidavit? When?
we have filed the affidavit
31/7.
31/7. You have instructions on that?
No, Lordship.
Then let her obtain instruction on that.
My lord, my interim order is there. Let me be protected.
Yeah, Mr. E. Borgohai, learned counsel for the petitioner is has addressed this court through RVC from New Delhi and submits that an order is required to be passed on the basis of the additional affidavit filed on behalf of the petitioner on 31/7/2023. Ms. S. Kemprai, learned standing counsel KAC, on the other hand, submits that the department is in the process of verifying the relevant records and she be granted 4 weeks time to obtain instruction.
Lordship, one submission, Lordship, verification is going on, Lordship, on Patta land. Lordship, and day before yesterday, there was this. The verification. was
Granted
going-
4 weeks time to seek instruction on the additional affidavit dated 31/7/2023 and file rejoinder if necessary. Ms. M. Burman, learned government advocate, Assam, is present on behalf of the state. Taking note of the submissions made at the bar, this matter is directed to be listed again after 4 weeks so as to enable the learned departmental counsel to obtain instruction and file rejoinder if so advised. Interim order passed, you have to continue.
Highly obliged, your lordship. Highly obliged. Question, no?
42, 43, my lord.
43 one impleadment petition is there, my lord. Why did not find mother advocate is one impleadment petition item 43, my.
43.
Okay, yeah, so.
So what is to be done? The improvement is to be dealt with.
No, I have no objection, my lord, but only it is.
Where is the improvement? Give me. Item 43 improvement. IA is there.
IA, my lord, 1300.
Yes, who is for the applicant?
I am appearing for that.
You want improvement of whom?
Impleadment of respondent from 8 to
Okay.
8 to 15, your lordship.
The applicants should be implemented
Yes, your lordship, as respondent.
as respondents,
Yes.
8 to 15. No objection.
I will.
Yes, heard Mr.
RM.
IA.
RM Mazumdar.
RM Majumdar, learned counsel appearing for the applicant. Also heard Mr. HR Chaudhary, learned senior counsel appearing for the brief petitioners opposite parties. And Mr. SK Talukdar, learned standing counsel, Cooperation Department, Assam, appearing for the official respondents. By filing this application, the 8 applicants have approached this court with a prayer to implead them in the connected writ petition as respond numbers 8 to 15.
Yes, your lordship.
Full stop. Mr. Majumdar submits that the applicants will be affected by any order passed in this writ petition, and therefore they are necessary parties to these proceedings. Full stop. I have perused the statements made in the application. The learned senior counsel for the writ petitioner submits that he would have no objection if the prayer for impleadment is allowed by this court. In view of the above, the applicants are hereby impleaded as respond numbers 8 to 15 in the connected writ petition. The applicants counsel to file amended cause title within a week from today, failing which this order shall stand discharged automatically. Thereafter, the registry may list the writ petition along with connected matters for admission hearing. Is there any interim order here?
No, interim order. Only one interim order is there, madam.
Interim order, if any, just check. Passed in the writ
1 month committee.
shall continue. You list along with so and so, and interim order will continue.
Only matter what my learned friend has not filed affidavit. In the meantime, he also may file. That will.
In the writ petition, you write so and so, so and so. On the request of respondents, these matters stands adjourned for filing affidavit. Adjourned for 2 weeks for filing affidavit. Interim order passed earlier to continue. That order will come in the writ petition. ISK's disposal.
It is a lot. But in this matter, my lord, the brief facts is like this, my lord.
I will take it at 2.
My lord, that the petitioner, my lord, is the owner of a plot of land measuring 2 bighas, my lord. That, my lord, land is described in Schedule A of the petition, my lord. Along with that land, my lord, the petitioner was also possessing 3 katha, 1 lessa of land, my lord, adversely to the original owner, my lord. In the year 2013, my lord, the respondent number 4, he came to disposes the petitioner, my lord, saying that, my lord, he had purchased that plot of land from the original owner, my lord. So, my lord, the petitioner filed a civil suit, my lord, before the learned court of Munsif, Amingao, my lord, praying for declaration of right title interest, my lord. In that suit, my lord, the respondent number 4, he appeared, contested and filed counterclaim, saying that he had purchased that Schedule B land from the original owner, and he also demanded recovery of the Schedule B land from the petitioner. So, my lord, what happened was that the learned court below, after recording the evidence of both sides, my lord, passed a judgment, my lord, dismissing the suit as also the counterclaim, my lord. My lord will kindly see page number 26.
Who has filed the suit?
Petitioner, my lord.
This petitioner?
Yes. Against the respondent number 4.
Suit for what?
For declaration of right title interest over the Schedule B land, my lord.
Then what happened?
Then, my lord, the respondent number 4, he appeared, contested by filing counterclaim, my lord. He said that, my lord, he had purchased the Schedule B land from the original owner, my lord. So, my lord, the learned trial court below not only, my lord, dismissed the suit, but also the counterclaim, my lord. My lord will kindly see.
Then what happened?
Then, my lord, what happened? On 1st of February 2021, my lord, the respondent authorities, my lord, the circle officer, my lord, they came and evicted the petitioner, my lord. When the petitioner wanted to know under what authority, my lord, the petitioner was disposed, my lord, they, my lord, showed these notices, my lord, at page number 33. May I read, my lord?
No, okay, fine. Then what happened?
There, my lord, they have said that, my lord, they are going to hand over the possession of the Schedule B land from the petitioner to the respondent number 4 by virtue of the judgment and decree passed by the learned court by the order dated 30/9/2019, my lord. But the learned court below never said so, my lord. Learned court not only dismissed the suit, but also the counterclaim, my lord. So on that day, my lord, there was no authority for the respondent, the authorities to dispose the petitioner from the suit land, my lord. That is the case, my lord.
Instruction is not come, my lord. It's not come.
What have you got to say?
Case is there in Lord 6. He illegally possesses that. He has no any right title and interest about that suit land. Illegally possess that land.
So police will take over possession and hand it over to him.
Yes, sir.
We'll dispose it of today itself. It cannot be done.
My lord,
Mr.
my lord, kindly see page number 33, my lord, the notice, my lord.
Only he illegally possessed.
They relied,
You go to the civil suit, file a suit.
my lord,
Civil court, file a
No,
suit. Get
they have
it.
filed a
we have filed
That
a
suit
suit,
was dismissed.
then dismissed.
by
Then,
Ladakh
my lord, we
municipality.
have preferred an appeal against the counterclaim, and the counterclaim was also dismissed, but they did not prefer any appeal against the counterclaim, my lord. So the appeal is still pending. Now, my lord, whether we have title over the suit land or not, my lord, that will be determined by the appellate court, my lord. But
Your client is preferred a title appeal.
yes, my lord. But my lord, the thing is that, my lord, the respondent authorities, my lord, evicted the petitioner from the suit land by relying on the judgment. According to them, my lord, the judgment says that, my lord, the petitioner, my lord, if your lordship will see page number, my lord, 26. 26, man.
Who is in possession of the land now?
Right now, my lord, the respondent number 4.
The circle officer has to come personally. We're summoning him. He has to explain under what authority he has passed this notice. Issued this, what authority of law?
As notice was issued, my lord, 27/6. I may be granted my consent, my lord.
No. Heard Mr.
Yes, that's fine.
Yes, that's the counsel for the petitioner. Also heard Mr. A. huh?
Two parallel proceedings are going on right now.
Hmm.
One is the appeal, where they could have filed an injunction petition. Instead of doing that, they've
We
come the
want
High
to
Court.
know under what authority the circle officer has issued this notice. Answer that first, then rest of the things. Who is he to tell the police to hand over possession? He has to come.
And my lord, that too on the basis of the judgment, my lord.
Also heard Mr. A. Bhattacharjee, Learned Standing Counsel, Revenue Department, Assam, appearing for the respondent number 1, and Ms. M. Burman, Learned Government Advocate, Assam, appearing for the respondent numbers 2 and 3. Mr.
A.K. Bharali.
A.K. Bharali, Learned Counsel, is present on behalf of the respondent number 4. Assailing the notice dated 30/01/2021 issued by the respondent number 3, directing the officer in charge of Boko Police Station to hand over the possession of a plot of land from the petitioner.
My lord, there is another notice, my lord, at page number 28. This is, my lord, to the parties.
As well as the notice dated 25/1/2021 issued to the petitioner as well as the respondent number 4, and the subsequent notice dated 30/1/2021 directing the officer in charge of Boko Police Station, Boko, to hand over the possession of the land from the petitioner to the respondent number 4. The instant read petition has been filed. Mr. Das submits that the suit filed by the read petitioner over the said plot of land, as well as the counterclaim of the respondent number 4, were dismissed by the learned trial court, pursuant whereto the petitioner has preferred a title appeal seeking declaration of his right title and interest over the plot of land in question, which is pending disposal before the civil court, before the civil court. Notwithstanding the same, the improved notices have been issued pursuant whereto the petitioner has been dispossessed from the plot of land in question. First of Ms. M. Burman, learned government advocate, Assam, submits that she has no instruction in the matter. However, the learned departmental counsel could not give any response to the query made by the court, asking as to under what provision of law the circle officer, that is the respondent number 3, had issued such instruction to the officer in charge of the Boko PS. First up. It is therefore apparent that the circle officer has intervened in a land dispute inter se, which is the subject matter of a civil proceeding, but there is no order of the court permitting him to do so. First of all, situated thus, this court is of the opinion that the respondent number 3 must be directed to appear personally and explain his conduct as noticed above. As such, the respondent number 3 is directed to remain personally present on the next date fixed, along with the relevant records, so as to demonstrate as to under what authority of law he had issued the impugn notices. First up, list this case again on 18th of September 2023 as a fixed item. A copy of this order be furnished to Ms. Burman, learned government advocate, Assam, for onward communication.
Value.
The last order dated, my lord, 36/2023 may kindly be seen, my lord.
Instruction is awaited, my lord. I need 3 weeks time.
Heard Mr. M. Mondal, learned counsel for the petitioner, also heard Ms. M. Burman, learned government advocate, Assam, appearing for the respondent numbers 1, 3, 4, 5, and 6, who submits that instructions are still awaited, and therefore she be granted further 4 weeks time to obtain instruction. Similar is the stand of Mr. A. Bhattacharjee, learned SC, Revenue and Disaster Management Department, appearing for the respondent number 2. In view of the above, this matter stands adjourned for 4 weeks, so as to enable the learned departmental counsel to obtain inspection.
But interim order may continue.
Interim order passed, and they have to continue.
Developed.
For orders, item 46.
This is your lordship. Lordship, I'm appearing for respondent number 6, your lordship. Lordship, 3 weeks time may be granted to file affidavit in opposition.
Mr. B. Pushilal, learned counsel, is present for the petitioner on the request of Ms.
P. Hazarika.
P. Hazarika, appearing for the respondent number 6, seeking
3 weeks.
3 weeks time to file affidavit. This matter stands adjourned for 4 weeks. Ms. M. Burman, learned government advocate, Assam, and Ms. As is present on behalf of your four. Respondent numbers 1 and 2, and Miss, give a name for. Huh? And Miss, your name, please.
Your lordship, there is an interim order.
Interim order passed earlier to continue. Take it ever sign on. Contempt, Mr. N. Sharma, 8 weeks. Multiple respondents, steps by respect post. Contempt proceedings, the notices to go. BD council by so and so. Multiple respondents, 8 weeks. Notice respondent, steps by respect post. Please, your lordship. Lordship, we'll find the order at page 13, lordship. I Hussein, sole respondent. I Hassan, lordship. I Hassan.
मतलब contempt petition मतलब sole respondent.
And Sharma, sole respondent. It's order, violation of order.
May I please, your lordship? Lordship, willful and deliberate violation.
Mr. S.I. Hakan, sole respondent. 8 weeks.
Lordship 53 also.
Same, similar.
Oblige you. But two respondents is there, man.
2 respondents, 8 weeks.
55.
2
Similar.
respondents, 8 weeks.
Hello. Willful and deliberate violation of order dated 24/8.
Sharma, sole respondent, 8 weeks.
Highly obliged, madam.
Yes, who is appearing? Government? There is an interim order.
Yes, your lordship.
Yes, Ms. Burman. Heard Mr. M. Saikal, learned counsel present for the writ petitioner. Also heard Ms. M. Burman, learned government advocate Assam appearing for the official respondents who submits that instructions are still awaited and therefore
1 and 2, my lord, but action against it municipal board that is represented by chairman. We are not representing chairman, my lord, as he is elected person.
and therefore should be granted 4 weeks further time to obtain instruction, prayer allowed. Let this matter be listed again after 4 weeks with service report on all the respondents.
3 and
With a report indicating as to whether all the respondents are served. Which respondent will not serve?
My lord, 3 and 4, my lord. Chairman, board is represented by chairman, my lord. Sonari Municipal Board. I am appearing only for 1 and 2.
That is 3.
Alleged action is taken by the municipal board.
3 and 4 steps have been taken.
Yes, your lordship.
With a report as to whether service of notice is.
My lord, in Silmar Court, my lord, it was informed that notice has
Interim
been
order
served.
passed earlier.
Oblige me.
Lordship, please.
My lord, I'm the writ petitioner in this matter. Before they start, I would like to apprise the honorable court that I have instruction to withdraw my writ petition. Because the purpose is already fulfilled. Now, there's no locus to continue with this writ petition.
What is the purpose?
My lord, we have filed this writ petition before honorable court for the non-action of the deputy commissioner under section 14 of the Surface Act. We applied under the section of the Surface Act for taking possession of the property. After filing, the deputy commissioner has not passed any order. So subsequently, we filed this writ petition. Now, deputy commissioner has passed order for taking over the position. So, my lord, there is nothing left in the writ petition.
All right, you are Mr.
B. Sharma.
Mr. Full name, please.
Vikas Sharma.
Mr. Vikas Sharma, learned counsel, appearing for the writ petitioner in WPC number 2009 of 2023, submits that the grievance of the petitioner has already been redressed and therefore he has instructions not to press this writ petition any further. Mr. R.B. Fukan, learned counsel, is present on behalf of.
I am on behalf of the applicant, the hospital and its directors.
No, writ petition.
Writ petition also, I'm responded, but I have not been served yet. There is just one issue.
No, we are withdrawing it. You have for respond number. Give me the number. We'll close it today.
3 to 8. 7, 3 to 7
3
in
to
the writ
7.
petition.
Ms. M. Burman, learned government advocate Assam, is present on behalf of the official respondents. In view of the submission made by Mr. Sharma, learned counsel for the petitioner, this writ petition stands disposed of as not pressed. Interim order is there?
No, my lord, only observation is.
There was only a direction for an order to be passed.
In view of the order passed, heard so and so for the applicant, so and so for the writ petitioner. Untai দিব, huh? Open for applicant P. Sharma for lead petitioner. In view of the order passed in so and so, highest and disposed of.
The order that has been passed in the interim order will now not stand because that order is also gone.
Which order?
That order which has been passed in the writ petition that they are withdrawing. Your
Oh,
Lordship.
so in the lead petition.
That's
right?
There is
Interim
no
order
interim order
passed.
in the writ petition.
Interim
There was a
order
direction,
in
in fact,
shall
basis
stand
of which,
vacated.
page
In the lead
60,
petition, yes.
grateful.
Deep level.
Your lordship,
In this matter, my lord, prior to my time start, my lord, affidavit has been filed yesterday, my lord.
Yes,
That
lord.
is not tagged on record.
lordship, 2 weeks time may be granted. I will file repayment.
Heard Mr. NH
Bobby.
Borvial and counsel for the petitioner who submits that the affidavit filed by the respondent number
3, my lord.
3 yesterday is not tagged with the records. Moreover, the petitioner's counsel seeks 2 weeks time to obtain the instruction and file rejoinder affidavit if so advised. Ms. M. Burman, learned government advocate, Assam, appearing for respondent numbers
1, 5, and 6.
1, 5, and 6 is present. Who is for respondent number 3?
3, sorry, my lord. 1, 2, 1, 2, 2, 3, my lord. 2, 3, my lord.
See,
5.
we will set up a new cell here with 5, 6 government.
I'm
staff.
sorry, my lord.
Only to tell the government advocate who they are applying.
2, 3, 2, 3, and 2 and 3, my lord.
Respondent numbers 2 and 3 is present and confirmed this position. In view of the prayer made by the petitioner's counsel, register to list this matter again after 3 weeks by taking the affidavit stroke rejoinder affidavit, if any, filed by the petitioner with the record of this case.
My lord.
Obliged.
Part 2, anybody ready with both sides ready with any matter?